Clicky.
Streamy yachty. I thought you said you're gonna fucking find somewhere else to do this.
Eventually.
Yeah, I've been traveling so much, but we are moving to something else that's much better. Just a little bit of
what it is yet? Or?
Yeah, it's called, what's it called again, X-Ray Girl? It's like MX.
Evmux
or some shit. It's
got a terrible name. Never heard of that.
Never heard of it, but it allows it allows actual broadcast. It's like a broadcast, like a TV broadcast. So,
hello.
Oh, I think we're live.
Oh. Are we?
Did you not schedule the stream? You didn't schedule the stream.
We're live.
No, we're live. Okay,
best intro ever.
Best intro ever.
You're just going with it? Are we gonna go?
Wait, we are going because you didn't schedule the stream, X-Ray Girl. You just
I did.
put it. No, you didn't.
I did for 1 o'clock.
No, you did. You didn't set up for a scheduled stream.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, best producer in the business.
And then suddenly we were here.
Wow, that's a good. It's good. I saw that because, man, the Game Awards that preceded that were incredible. All right, hey, we're gonna start now.
Hello.
God damn, Gary. Some serious gourmet What flavor is this? That's right, it's the all-hell medium roast private blend. Check out the Geek Grind Coffee Nerdrotic page for our other options like the Decadent, Feathers of Liberty, vanilla-infused flavored coffee. Or if you're looking for something darker, try the Dark Roast FNT blend of the Fellowship. You know what? Just buy all three. GeekGrindCoffee.com. Use discount code Nerdrotic.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
And then rehired. I fired 2 people this morning. I fired Jeremy again for Friday Night Tights, and I fired you.
I mean, I've been fired twice in a week.
Yeah,
the record.
Yeah, it's okay. Totally lucked out on that one, because I was going to tell a story that I could not tell publicly yet, and I'm glad I didn't, because I'd be in trouble. I don't want to be in trouble. Welcome to the Real BBC. Bagging, boarding, and chatting. It's a comic book show. And a little later on, we're going to talk about some... You'll be able to get in on this conversation, Baller, because we are going to be talking about the destruction of the comic book industry and how comic book creators made it possible. How they made it possible. And
are we talking about the new Doctor Who episode at all?
Of course. Of course. I almost forgot about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it could happen.
R.I.P.
I almost completely forgot about it with all the travel and all the other things going on. We will discuss the Doctor Who episode that I watched on my phone at the Comic-Con that I wasn't going to watch until Mahler goes, so Isaac Newton isn't white anymore. I'm all, what are you talking about? He's all, oh, so I take it you're not watching the new Doctor Who episode. I'm like, oh, shit. So I walked away from the con, sat outside and watched it on my phone, and holy shit. But
I've
first,
seen the entire episode. It's been this long. I still don't know what the point of that was.
It was. I think I do. I'm currently recording a video about it. I've nearly finished, but I had to stop to do the show. I think I know why Isaac Newton was race changed.
why?
Because the episode is about Doctor and Donna and their doppelgangers, which equals 4 white people, which means there isn't any diversity, and the BBC have their diversity and inclusion policy.
Yep.
Therefore, a character had to be racially changed in order to adhere to their policies. So Sir Isaac Newton was brought in to be black-faced by the racist BBC.
You are 100% right.
Why not just visit a black historical figure?
Right.
Because they wanted the running gag, which was completely unfunny, that I didn't laugh at once, over changing the word gravity to havity.
Or Mavity.
Mavity,
What?
sorry.
God, you forgot the incredible joke as. Jeez.
It was so incredible.
Yes, the incredible
So
fun
funny.
joke, which I laughed so uproarious that I forgot.
No, it was, again, if you took, we'll get into it. Don't get me started right now. Hi, Az. It's been so long since
Hi.
we talked.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, because I wasn't on Friday. I was going to go Friday. No.
No.
We've been texting.
We've been texting like 14-year-old girls, but you
Yeah.
Aw.
Oh,
But yeah,
dude.
I haven't seen you since last week.
Yeah, there's a Witcher statue that is the most un-effing believable. I got you I'll send you the QR code after the
Please.
show.
Yeah.
It's available for pre-order in 2 days. Maybe I can try to find a picture of it. It is the most amazing statue I've ever seen. Period. It's got each hair is put into a pore. Like, it's insane. Like, the skin feels like skin. It's weird.
It wasn't the one you saw at the con, was it?
Yeah, it's the one you stood next
Yeah, the
to.
one. Yes.
That was
Oh!
incredible. So yeah, we were texting like 14-year-old girls. Lots happened. Elon roast Disney. Bob Iger went out and said the same shit he said a year ago. Nothing's going to change. They're gonna focus on quality over quantity. Yet it was announced today that the Ray movie is going to go into production next May. Thank God for job security. Thank you. The Marvels is completed its failure. And Disney's in more trouble. It looks like they've been bribing people. Over that Reedy Crick thing. Crick. I said Crick. Oh my God, I've gone Southerner. I'm going native. I'm going to start saying y'all all the time. I'm going on zero sleep because I just got back from LA. We drove in. We got in about an hour and a half ago. So I'm completely going on caffeine right now. And I'm going to pass out after the show. But the show must go
I got
on.
my BCAAs. I actually got my BCAAs,
Oh,
man.
those are great.
I don't need, what's that?
What flavor?
I got a strawberry kiwi.
Mm.
Yeah.
So we got a lot to talk about. Oh, yes. And comic creators are triggered over a retailer speaking the truth.
Yes.
And we are definitely going to talk about that, especially one Jamal Eigel and Donnie. We're going to talk about Donnie.
Hey, Donnie, you been kicked out of any parties recently, Donnie?
Hey, Donnie,
Hey?
have you found sobriety yet? I hope you do. There's always a seat for you, brother. There's always a
there's
seat
a
for
very good reason why he gets kicked out of parties. Number one, that. Number two, I'm going to save you that embarrassment, Donnie. I'm going to save you that embarrassment.
So, yes, comic creators are attacking a retailer, the guy who sells their shit. So I have plenty to say on that. But first, we have the Long Man. What's up, brother?
Good, just been tooling away, editing all different kinds of things. Been telling people like stuff will happen. I'm sure of it eventually. We're literally days away from telling you about something that'll be coming out, but it'll be fun. Little collaboration project. But yeah, other than that, streaming DS3 because some other guy was doing it, and I was like, this looks tempting. I might play the old Doc Solar again. He was he was killing some things, and I was like, I'd like to kill some things. So I've been doing that too. It's been lots of fun playing Vidya. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm happy to be home. Lots of traveling. Seeing the fellowship was fantastic. The LA Comic-Con was great. The panels were great. Meeting you guys in Wisconsin and then LA, and this has been a great year of travel. I'm fucking done. I'm gonna stay home. What are you laughing at?
Oh, I just read the private chat.
What did the private chat say?
The number 2.
What?
Sorry. Anywho.
Poor Chad.
You know what though? That's not the first time somebody's done that. It's not even close.
No.
Probably not.
No,
Not even
Quarter Black Garrett's got some experience with that too.
Wait, what?
That's a hint that people will understand. Anyway, where was I? Oh, I was saying hello. An X-ray girl when she gets 2 White Claws in her.
People.
That's all she's doing.
I was saying that the whole time at LA Comic-Con, there was like barely any diversity there at the panels, but you know. I had a great trip too. I'm very tired, not as tired as Gary. It made me just happy to see how many Rippaverse shirts.
We saw a lot of Rippaverse shirts. Like in the wild. Like, oh, you have a panel? So they were there at the con anyway, and they had Rippaverse shirts on. By the way, we did walk by Tim Sheridan's booth a couple times.
Hey,
It's very, it was...
was he selling? But I don't even think tens of copies. Was he selling a single copy of anything?
Yeah, I don't know.
It was like
it was
this.
really sad. Huh.
Oh.
Crickets. Also, there was a panel that was after our panel
Oh, yeah.
next door.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Kevin Smith.
Kind of like that too.
Kevin Smith was in the green room with Alan and Dante and Chris, and I winked at him when I walked by him. What's up, buddy? He looks a little sick.
He looked really
Very tiny
emaciated.
skinny.
Yeah, he looks a
Yeah.
little sick, so I hope he's okay. You know, our panel had more people, but who's counting? Hail the fellowship.
We are, Gary. We're counting.
Yeah, that was it was a good time. It's a good time, but very, very glad to be home. But love hanging out with the fellowship and Polly and Comic Book Girl 19. She's cool as hell.
She's so cool. Oh my god.
And you did a good job in the panel, X-Ray Girl. X-Ray Girl was on the panel.
I said 9
good.
words.
You said
I
9 words.
adhered to my
Whoa.
words. I know.
We did have people walk out a couple for both panels, like when we started, and then I started in on the everything, entertainment's turned into a delivery mechanism for the message, man. As soon as I said that, but then we had 4 people come in and take their place, so it was great.
Yeah.
We were just going to
and we
toilet. They're on their
actually
way
had new people, and at the end of the panels, they're like, "Who do I follow? What should I do?" And I gave the list of everyone on the panel's YouTube channel. So,
And it was a very eclectic group, I thought, and really diverse. And that's
Was there a Friday Night Tights panel where you said there's one person who's not here who we really need, want to, and then you go critical drinker, and I'm just sat at home like,
oh,
he's never gonna let me forget that.
There's one person who isn't with us today, and I'm like, oh, who really does deserve some props. Oh, it's critical drinker. Oh,
Aw. But as you had the Saska sisters bring you back to life.
Yeah, you were.
yeah, they're fantastic.
Yeah, we're gonna get them back on the show. They were really
Yeah.
good. They were really good. The audience really liked them too.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I wonder why.
I wonder why. I'm actually serious question. No. All right. So let's start with the little good news. Right?
Mhm.
The little good news. A little Mark Millar news.
Oh, yeah.
Just announced it today as people are rolling in. We'll get to the Marvel's failure in just a moment and all the other stuff. But Mark Millar is bringing Millar World catalog over to Dark Horse Comics. So congrats to him. And it's going from Image to Dark Horse. Traditionally, Dark Horse has been my favorite publisher of the big quote-unquote publishers because they kind of keep it lean and mean. Of course, they have Hellboy. They make a ton of money translating manga, and they've been doing that for years and years. Sin City, Dark Horse is rad, and they've been around for a long time. So congrats to Mark Millar, who is like the one guy out there trying to change things for the positive. So love you, man.
Somebody messaged him saying, "Oh, does this mean you're not going to be able to? Does this mean you're still going to speak to Hill versus Babyface?" And he went, "Yes." That's just like,
of course.
Mark can call his own shots. He don't need to be bothered by this nonsense going on.
There's a lot of things Mark does not need to do anymore that he's doing because he loves comics, and he's going to be focusing on comics because that's his first love. He doesn't he's doing the Hollywood stuff and he's had a lot of success, but he knows where the bread is buttered.
That Nemesis is, that's really fucking beginning to take off.
Yeah, dude, it's good stuff. And his books and quite frankly the Conan books, the new Conan books are the only new books. And the Mark Silvestri Batman, the Conan books, and his books are the only new books I bought in 3 years. And I used to buy, when I didn't own the comic store, $200 a week.
Oh, yeah.
At the comic shop, average, $200 a week. And stopped because Tom King woke up one morning, sat down to pee, and wanted to cancel Jay Lee for no reason. That was the straw that broke the camel's back for both Az and I, and we were done. We're like, okay, we quit. We're done. We're not going to support you fuckers anymore. And by the way, Tom King's on the writing team for James Gunn's DCU. Good luck with that. But congrats to Mark Millar. And that's everything is going over there. So I cannot wait. And go follow him on Twitter. He's got a lot of good things to say. We're trying to get the name of that retailer who was out there. I don't know it. But
I think it's rather hilarious. Oh, are we going to talk about that now?
Yeah, we can wait. We should do.
Okay.
Yeah, we should do. It's the reaction is it exposes everybody who's the problem in the comic book industry.
Amen. Which is pretty much exactly what I was just about to say.
It's like, you want to see who the problems are? See all the people roasting this guy. Jamal Igle, everybody.
But Donny Coates is trying desperately to get back in the good graces of the mainstream and get employed again. So he that he's going to do that. But yeah, if you want to know exactly where the problem is in the comic book industry, look at the people within the comic book industry attacking the guy that's trying to sell their dog shit. He's trying to make a living.
Those who preach the most have the most to hide. And he certainly, he should have kept some stuff hidden. That's all I should say. There's some things that should remain hidden.
Particularly when you get on the table.
Yeah. Oh, hey, could you pull up that Marvel's article? Because I know it's been,
I just arrived in the post.
Oh, look at that! Ooh. Hey, that book, that was a seriously good story.
Yeah.
That was good.
I'm trying to get at the individual issues, and I managed to pick up the slab for issue 1. This is no restraints played by the Oscars, by the way. The slab came in, so I now have 1, 2, and 3. I still need parts.
So come up to the lab and see what's on the slab.
Oh, fucking hell. I should have said, hey, when you're at Comic-Con, can you pick me up?
You coulda. I had like 2 hours to shop. That was it. I spent most of my time making that video while the girls were out partying.
Good video.
Thank you.
Very good video. I didn't watch it, but it's a very good video.
Hey, you sound like most of the people who criticize pop culture. I didn't watch it.
You sound like most of the people that fake buy item.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of my video, Az?
I don't know. There's quite a lot, to be honest with you. Quite a lot there. I liked the bit where Alpha Core attack Brie
Larson.
Larson.
Yeah, that's
Larson?
it. That's it.
No, I like
Ah.
it was no, you did a really good juxtaposition of Bob Iger's interview and then Elon Musk
I know.
literally just coming in straight afterwards, completely exposing Bob Iger for who he was. But I didn't realize that. I actually didn't know that Bob Iger had utterly thrown Chapek under the bus when Chapek was carrying out the stuff which Bob Iger had
Greenlit.
brought into
Including
so,
this sequel.
Ooh.
This sequel was greenlit under Bob Iger's tenure, which reached well into Bob Chapek's, by the way, as Fortune magazine pointed out. Bob Iger was only technically, quote unquote, gone for 11 months. He was in his office. He was showering twice a day to go to award ceremonies. No, he was working to get his job back while he ducked out for the coof. That's a great leader, by the way. So I was told, I could not believe it. I was told it was at Paulie's thing that they're like, yeah, the Marvels is leaving theaters. I'm all, shut the front door. No, you're kidding me. It's not even 4 weeks. Is it 4 weeks?
It's not leaving the theaters. They're just no longer going to report on it.
It's not leaving the theaters. The theaters are no longer going to show it.
Well,
You're
yeah,
fired.
well, there is most likely that. In actual fact, I'll just check to see if it's lost any theaters.
Theaters, if you're listening, give the screens to Godzilla -1 right now.
Oh yeah. Is
Well,
it
it's only got
fluid on
2
when it'll
days
like
left.
enter streaming? Because that's usually a sign of how bad they think it's doing.
Yeah,
right?
this'll enter streaming, and I'm telling you that the next headline from Variety will be, "The Marvels is the most watched thing on Disney Plus." Bullshit.
Oh,
According to Disney.
Yeah. It's lost another nearly 1,000 theaters. So it's now down to 2,200 theaters.
Yeah, I'd say
After starting with 4,030, by the way. So it's nearly halved its theaters.
they're going to stop reporting it because there's no more money to report. This is probably obligatory. This is the kind of bullshit that the theaters have to go through. Marvel's is going to lose all their muscle on this, by the way. So it ends its box office run. Didn't even make $200 million, right? When I heard that, I couldn't believe it. And I'm just like, thank you.
197.
Sincerely, thank you. Thank you. Put a stick in the MCU because it's done. Is Marvel going to change, though? No. I've got news. I got a
question.
Sure.
What's Billie Eilish, whatever the fucking thing's called?
Eilish?
What have they come out as? A woman?
A gay woman? I mean, I just assume all singers are gay. So
I don't care.
I don't care either. No, it's all bullshit. Like, nobody cares. She's saying, like, I lost followers. It's like, shut the fuck up. No, you didn't. No straight person's listening to Billie Eilish anyway. And if they do, they don't care. They don't care. I saw her. Hey, she did the Nightmare Before Christmas thing. She sang Sally's song at the Danny Elfman thing. So, and she did a good job.
All right.
There's nothing heroic about the final box office performance of the Marvels. The superhero sequel, I'll read it over here. The superhero sequel is officially the lowest grossing installment in the history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Shocking!
Oh.
Shocking news. After 4 weeks on the big screen, the comic book tentpole is running out of steam with 80 million in North America and 197 million globally. There would typically be optimism that attendance would rebound over the busy holiday season, but Disney apparently doesn't expect that to be the case because it won't be reporting the film's weekend box office results any longer. Well, I mean, it's hard to report money that isn't there.
Yeah, this is definitely please stop looking. Please.
Yes.
Just stop. It's embarrassing.
So embarrassing, and they deserve every bit of it. Are we celebrating its failure? Yes!
Yes.
Absolutely! Woo!
With gay abandon.
Yeah, yes.
And straight abandoned, both.
Yeah, gay or straight abandon.
That sounds like bigotry to me.
It does. The studio wrote on Sunday in a note to the press, which was probably handwritten quickly, with the Marvel's box office winding down, we will stop weekend reporting for international and global grosses on this title. And is this the part where did they make it over the thin ice as they had?
No, they tried to skate quickly and still went straight in head first.
They did.
But do you know what? He's skating quickly. They're a theatrical run. That's what's skating very quickly.
Oh, yes. The Marvels opened on November 10th. So we're 5 days short of a month.
Mm-hmm.
With 46 million domestically. And it hasn't done much since. To land the worst debut. I just want to say it. I'm just taking this in because it's so good.
Breathing in.
The worst debut in the MCU. The franchise's rare misfire out of the gate.
Well,
No.
Not recently.
No.
Is that
Bit
true?
of a perspective thing, that is. If we include all phases, I guess you could say it's still even then. But
Kind of
No.
right.
No.
Got to adjust for inflation.
but if you take just the last 10, misfiring is kind of their thing now.
You got to adjust for cope.
Yeah, because as we have said, I mean, like as far as movies go, this was just a shitty movie. It wasn't, its basis was in intersectional feminism, but it wasn't particularly woke. No, it was a bad movie, and it also had bad predecessors, which affects your box office. Guardians obviously didn't help it, and everybody sees Guardians for what it was, an anomaly. And some of us here didn't even like Guardians 3, and that's okay. We're still friends. It's
That's
weird.
me.
That's you. And Az didn't like it that much either. So
What?
Guardians 3?
I thought it was mid. I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was mid.
Yeah. I thought it was above mid. I thought it was 7 out of 10.
See
Might
that?
be a little-
We got all the opinions here.
We got all the opinions. And next
Get out of my echo chamber.
right now.
I like the raccoon. He was cute.
What did you
as a
just call me?
baby. I like the raccoon. He was cute as a baby.
Oh my God. Do you realize I've had a weekend of this? Like her and Kara and my wife. They were like that whole Charlie's Angels thing that you started as.
It actually
It manifested into like the drunk Charlie's Angels. And
Gary literally needed to get another hotel room to leave us.
I did. To record the video, I'm like, I'm just gonna rent a hotel room. You guys hang out here, have fun. Do your girly stuff, like being scared of spiders. Kara freaked out, I guess, because she saw a spider on her pillow and did.
No, she went to kill it. I freaked out.
Oh, well, at least she tried to kill it. She failed though, didn't she?
Yeah,
That's
it
good.
crawled back into the blankets.
And it crawled all over you all night.
Ugh.
Yep.
Bit you.
Yeah, it was like
Hey,
Late-
am I
late
Spider-Man then?
Sure, you're female, so yeah, you identify as a man. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Fucking today.
Yeah. So you're gonna talk about that video you sent as X-Ray Girl?
I mean, technically, Kara sent that. I
Oh,
have
okay.
a copy of it.
All right. Well,
I've not said a word.
No, he just uploaded it to Pornhub. That's all he did. Didn't say anything for it.
He started a OF for us too.
Back to the article. Sorry, guys. Az got a video, a cuddling video. I didn't see it. I didn't take part in any of that. Ticket sales cratered by 78% in its sophomore outing to cement another.
What's that even mean?
ignominious record.
Sophomore outing. I'm
You mean
British.
it's second. It's supposed to be second.
Second, okay.
It's just say second week, assholes. The biggest second weekend drop of the series with an early end to the theatrical run. The Marvel's 2008's The Incredible Hulk, 264 million, not adjusted for inflation, is no longer the lowest grossing entry of the series. And the Hulk is, which is a mid-movie, is effing Shakespeare compared to everything else. Marvel Phase 1 is really good. I like Marvel Phase 1. I'm a big fan
I do
of
too.
Captain America First Avenger, completely underrated movie. Love that.
Oh,
fucking
big
movie.
time. Big time.
I like Iron Man. Do any of you guys like Iron Man?
I like Iron
Nah.
Man. I think Iron
Nah.
Man's like,
Terrible.
it's all right.
Kind of neat.
It's kind of no, it's fucking awesome.
You mean the winner of our real BBC favorite
Yeah.
Marvel movie poll?
Yeah, a surprise winner because we thought it would be Avengers or Infinity War or Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, it was Iron Man.
I forget the ranking order. Do you remember what like was second and third?
I think Avengers was
I think
second.
Avengers was second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Infinity War was
Um,
third. Or it was Winter Soldier or Infinity War?
It's one of those two.
One of
that
those
was
two.
third.
And Guardians was in there too. Directed by Nia DaCosta. Cast.
Nia DaCosta coffee, because she'll be a barista by the end of the day.
Nia
Yeah.
DaCosta, $100 million.
And to be fair,
600.
I'm gonna be fair to her, even though she doesn't deserve it. She doesn't deserve it because of what she said about, well, all these racists and bigots and all that. She fed into that bullshit when we might have been sympathetic to the fact that you were cast and not hired. You were cast and not hired. They didn't believe in you. And Bob Iger said himself, you didn't have enough supervision, little lady.
If you accept a casting position because of your race, color, gender, ethnicity, you are as complicit as they are, and you cannot complain when your shit, which you know that you're not right for, fails miserably.
Yeah, this applies to the writer for like MOM being Waldron, where it's like he's got to write, scenes that have already been filmed. Like, what? It's not even his script at that point. It's like he agreed, he signed on.
Yep.
He's
You can
responsible
say
for
no.
writing.
People used to say no all the time, Mahler.
Some of them did.
Yeah, all
Some
the
of them
fucking
did.
time.
Some of them would do a project, not like the experience, and then not do another one.
Yeah, Tim Burton.
Crazy.
Tim Burton and Michael Keaton said no to Batman Forever, to the third Batman film when they would have made tons of money.
Well, if you've listened to Tim Burton, they said pretty much no to him.
Yeah.
They were just like, "Hey Tim, do you wanna do something else? You've done a couple of these now. Do you wanna do something else?" Like, no, I'm okay to do this.
Looking back on that,
And he said, and then they spent a lot of time, and then he just said it during the meeting. He just went, "Hold on a minute. You don't want me to do the third film? No, Tim.
well,
no,
that's what
it's
Sam
not re-
Raimi went through with Spider-Man 4 too, and they paid him a bunch of money. He's like, "You guys don't. You just want to do your reboot. Go ahead.
She's
People
not
used
like
to
by the
say
way,
no.
'cause
Yeah,
all they need to do to Tim Burton would be like, can you just roll back on the hyper dark, flashy blood and stuff? That's all. Because I wouldn't have wanted them to, but of course that's what they wanted. Just do that, and then you could have been fine.
Batman Returns has held up pretty well, hasn't it? For being such
Great
a
film.
I love that movie.
criticized movie. I was locked
Amazing.
up when it came out, so I heard all the criticism, and they're like, it was too dark, and I walked out of it, when I finally saw it, and I'm like, that was better than the first one. That was awesome.
I think so. I
Yeah,
think it's the
I think
best.
so, too.
I think it's the best live action Batman film made.
Well, Burton's a better director in it. The editing is better. It's not as choppy as the first movie. I love the first movie.
cast
But
is superb.
the editing is terrible. It's terrible editing. It's bad editing. Editing is so much better in Batman Returns. And it's a better film. Christmas movie? I don't know. I'll be watching it this
Yes.
Christmas.
It
Yeah,
is a
it'd be a
Christmas
Christmas
film.
movie,
There you
yeah.
go. Yeah. Nia DaCosta won't be directing any Christmas movies. She probably doesn't like Christmas anyway. Then it gives
She'll
us some
be
rundown.
directed. Oh, no, I won't say that.
Whatever. So this sequel, whatever. We know the rest. We have been saying this for years. This was going to be the benchmark. This is the little pin we were going to put into when people will really truly start waking up to the failure of the MCU that they have been denying over the last 3 years since COVID started. So they're making a Captain America 4. You can stop sharing now. They're making a Captain America 4 without Captain America, based on a series that nobody watched and nobody remembers. Remember Falcon and Winter Soldier? Everybody?
Oh,
Oh,
Gary, I still have a script
sorry.
for that.
I thought you said Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Great film.
So, apparently, of course, I can't say who I heard it from. Not apparently. This is what's happening. Captain America 4 is being completely reshot.
Correct.
Completely reshot. Not just
Yes.
little bits here and there. Completely reshot.
Tested
Yes.
badly? Or?
Tested horribly. There is the Reddit rumors that were out there weren't right. They're not right. But one thing I don't know if I should say this. What the hell? This person's not going to get in trouble. Falcon, Black Falcon, Captain America is going to be fighting Red Hulk by himself. And there's
but he's not a super soldier.
He's not a super soldier. Now, this has been out there. This is part of the Reddit rumors that was right, but the rest of them weren't. Is he fights him by himself and is able to stop him?
That's not how that works. That's not how that works. That's not how the shield and vibranium work. Vibranium can absorb, but it can't. Jesus Christ. When the impact happens, it's gonna just fucking knock you into next year.
Well, especially if it's a fucking Hulk that punches you.
Yeah. I mean, Tony Stark had to get in a fucking Hulk buster. Never mind his Iron Man suit. He had to get into a Hulk fucking buster. A super trooper duper Iron Man suit when he's in an Iron Man suit in the Hulk buster.
Some other news that may shock you is the Echo trailer will be the best thing you've seen from that show because it's an utter disaster.
We know.
This is public news. The director of the series came out and said their titular characters, comic book characters' powers were lame. So they made up some new ones. And the new ones are she echoes back to her descendants to get their powers. So remember, her powers in the comic books are Taskmaster's powers. She echoes your moves. That's how she was able to beat Daredevil. She's a decent character in the comics. I don't hate the character design in the comics. She's fine. The one that you're seeing in the Disney Plus series that they respected so much is nothing like the source material character, for one.
It shocks me.
She has both legs. And the fact that a character with... no offense to Mark the Cyborg, but a character with one leg is going to beat Hawkeye because she beat Hawkeye in the Hawkeye series. I know nobody watched that either, but she beats Hawkeye. Fucking Hawkeye. Hawkeye.
Of course.
Yeah, so that's going to be a total disaster. The MCU will continue for a little while. It's dead, but it will continue for a little while. But big thanks to the Marvels, I think, from everybody here, really. I think we'd all like to extend our gratitude.
Can you answer my question in private chat, Gary, please?
I suppose it could have been worse.
Yes.
Which would have been nicer.
Is there any other?
Well, vacuum cleaner.
Kissinger.
He's dead.
Allegedly.
There's still Henry Killinger, though. The great. You guys need to watch Venture Brothers. I before the end of the year, I'm going to watch RRR and Arcane, and then you guys have to watch Venture Brothers. And
I'm watching Cowboy Bebop again right now. That's what I'm doing.
How long is Venture Brothers though?
You just start, and then once you start, then you determine. I would say watch the first season. It's 7 seasons over 20 years. But
I'll do that
short,
to watch Arcane for sure.
Yeah, they're short, like 20-minute episodes. So just watch the first season.
I consider that a purchase.
Once you get that first, I'll purchase it for you. I will. Once you get through that first season, you'll want to watch the rest. Trust me.
I know what I'm watching in 5 days.
What are you watching?
What are you watching?
Alice in Borderland.
Oh,
right. Is that coming out?
Huh?
New season.
Season 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's out in what?
5 days.
Days.
No fucking way.
Sorry,
See ya, guys. Bye.
Then we got Reacher in 10 days. Reacher
What?
season 2. Reacher season 2 is in 10 days.
Yeah, Reacher season 2. Yeah.
In 10 days, the UK will be able to watch Godzilla -1, my favorite movie of the year.
Keep getting
I'm
asked
gonna be
about it.
there.
I'm like, I'm not allowed to see it yet. It's not fair.
Yeah.
I gotta wait.
I know. I text Drake. I'm like, dude, don't fuck around. See, this movie's all. I wish I could.
Yeah, but I can't. I don't want to watch it with my friend Captain Jack Sparrow because I
No,
want the full
no.
cinematic
You
experience.
want to
Godzilla,
see it on the biggest screen possible. I know some people are out there like saying it's overrated. Listen, effort counts. for me. Anyway, I'll just say it counts for me. So for 15 million or 35, whatever it was, for
15.
there being a couple of somewhat dodgy effect shots, but everything else, if you're a Godzilla fan, this is the best modern one, not even close, and maybe the best one ever as far as character work.
Why is it in the cinema for fucking a week?
I think it might have something to do with the legendary thing. And that trailer, by the way, Godzilla Kong looked trash. Looked total fucking trash.
Oh my
I
god.
had no
It's
fucking
gone
interest in it.
It's legit, like by degrees. It's gone to a complete clown show.
You got
Like,
one that is a serious film, Mahler. Sorry, but like one is a serious film, and the other one is American garbage.
Godzilla was it 14 or 16, the Gareth Edwards film? That was pretty serious. Then you had King of the Monsters, which was less serious, and then Godzilla versus Kong, which was a lot less serious. And now that fucking clip is all I can think about when it comes to Godzilla X Kong.
It's the Godzilla cartoon. That's what it is. The Saturday morning Godzilla cartoon. That's what it is.
With Godzuki.
King Kong
Yes.
has the Infinity Gauntlet for some reason.
Oh God, I know.
What?
I'm not even gonna freaking watch.
You see it in the
I don't even
trailer? He
care.
has a little gauntlet on.
I haven't
No.
seen the trailer. In all
So if
fairness.
it leaves-
No, in the running clip.
Oh, I was just watching Godzilla run.
Yeah, because he looks really fucking pathetic and small and weird by doing that. Godzilla's not supposed to be like that. I thought everyone knew this, but okay.
No.
Oh yeah.
And the director for Godzilla -1's like, I'd love to do a Star Wars movie. Don't stay as far away from Disney as possible. Stay in Japan, make good stuff. Make more Godzilla movies like the one you just made.
But that was 15 million budget, Godzilla -1, and it did 34 million in its opening weekend in the US. So it's made its money back. So everything from here on in for the rest of the week's just profit.
Well, we talk about word of mouth all the time. This thing has had word of mouth.
Yes.
Oh, it's a movie for everybody. Absolutely everybody.
I've seen a couple of clips, and a
men
couple of
and
clips
women
were
are
like,
gonna, dude. Men and women are gonna like it. Chrissy said it's her favorite movie of the year. Chrissy
Wow.
Mayer. Yeah.
Wow.
My wife said it's her favorite movie of the year. So
Wow.
yeah, go see
Females enjoy Big Lizard. This is cool.
Females enjoy the big lizard. That's right.
well, I say, ding dong.
Ding dong. All right. That's what I meant to do. I'm a little slow. I'm a little slow today, guys. I'm sorry.
Today?
Sorry. Yes, today. Wow. Okay. I mean, that checks out. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to deny it.
Undeniable.
Okay. Freaking love Godzilla -1 so much. I'm probably going to do a video on it. I don't care if it's late. I don't give a shit. It's like One Piece. I can't. I'm going to go see it. We have a huge IMAX here. I can't wait to go see it again. Cannot wait. And the effort put into this does count. Great acting, but there's some scenes that just look, the one you've all seen where the boat's kind of it's sailing away from Godzilla, swimming towards him. I won't tell you what's happening in that scene, but that is just a legit good scene. That is like something you'll remember for years. That one little scene, that's what you'll take away. It's really, really, really fucking cool. And I don't even want to spoil stuff. I think people have said too much. Like the main character's arc is fucking incredible. It's incredible. But it's a defeated society, a defeated man. It's just defeated people. They've got no backing, no government backing. They're not going to get help from the US or Russia or anybody else. They're on their own, and they're taking on this monster, and it's fucking cool as hell. It's cool as hell. Kind of a libertarian message mixed in there. I doubt that's what they meant to do, but it's in there. It's in there. So, what should we do next? Let's talk about Doctor Who.
Yay.
Sorry.
So everyone's seen it, I assume.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
General thoughts. What's everyone got?
I thought that the actual episode, when they were just doing the episode stuff, was okay. But I kept getting taken out of it by progressive politics and the whole timeless children bit.
Oh, that shit made me sad, man.
It did.
And if you edited that out and you edited the bullshit out, then there was actually a relatively fun, a pretty fun Doctor Who episode there.
but not 6. Okay, a relatively fun. Again,
Episode,
six,
just episode of
7
Doctor
out
Who.
of 10. Exactly. Like that
Yeah.
should be episode 4 and 5 in a season. 60th anniversary special.
I don't understand the philosophy behind what's going on with the 60th.
It was a bottle episode too. So why are you bottle episode? Why do you have a bottle episode? And
As
listen,
one of 3 specials.
it's
Yeah.
part of one of 3 specials, and Mahler and I think Az all love Midnight. We all love Midnight. One of the greatest bottle episodes ever done. But you're talking about 3 specials for your 60th anniversary. You have shown no reverence to the past or anything. They're just regular episodes that aren't very good. And I agree with Az's assessment. It's better than the first one, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's the Doctor and Donna, and it has some decent stuff. And then it gets all dry. For the beginning is stupid. With Isaac Newsom, Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom, correct.
Gavin Newsom. No, Isaac Newton being race swapped. And then later on, cementing the Timeless Children. I mean, not just cementing it, like, it is like, fuck you, critics of the Timeless Children. It didn't even need to be in the episode. So it was clearly Russell backing his boy, Chris Chibnall, and fuck the fans. He doesn't want, he's come out and said it. By the way, he's such a fucking hypocrite, this guy. So I know Mr. Retardus is making the rounds again, and it's his tweets are looking a lot like MCU stand tweets these days. But
what, is that the one that was like, well, Agatha Christie didn't fight huge hornets,
but she looked like Agatha Christie.
She looked like Agatha fucking Christie, you
Yeah.
dipshit.
And I just pointed out that Russell T Davies just said a couple of years ago that only gay actors should play gay characters. So which one is it going to be? And by the way, in that article, he says, I'm going to war. Against who?
Themselves.
Are you
dude.
saying there's no acceptance of gay people in entertainment? Are you fucking kidding me? You fucking rule it. And for the most part, I don't care. But shit. So, yeah, he's full of fucking shit. And, yeah. Mr. Retardus is Mr. Retardus. He's been that way for a long time. But, yeah, the episode itself, there was parts of it I was like not hating until it went to the Timeless Children. And it was a big FU to the fans. And it's like, it even ruined Wilford Mott coming back at the end, which was a sweet little scene. It's great to see him. But I was like, I don't care. I don't even care. And it's setting up the end. And if it's this bad now with David Tennant, guys, how bad is it going to be with Shooty?
I can only imagine Cliff falling. They lost 250,000 viewers from last week to this week. The consolidated numbers are in. I think it's 7.61 million, which is lower than Capaldi's final special consolidated, which I think was 7.92.
Can I also interject quickly that the consolidated numbers come from the iPlayer, which counts a view as watching it for 1 minute?
Yes.
I thought it was pretty meh in terms of how the writing went for the episode anyway. Like, in terms of a story, I don't know about you guys, but I really wish they'd committed to horror instead of having a, remember the quote from Russell where he said this episode's not really as much horror as it is weird.
Yeah.
And I think that they had all the elements they needed to make a scary episode.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And they instead sort of walked around doing some silly stuff, and I think it kind of made it a bit like, huh?
Yeah, I do say without giving my video away, I do say in my video that it had all the right beats, but lacked the bite of things like Satan's Pit and stuff like that, which it really should have had, and Midnight as well.
Absolutely. Midnight's one of the scariest Doctor Who episodes.
Yep.
He almost dies thanks to humans.
It's psychologically scary, which is some of the best type, because you are, because Midnight is unresolved as to what it was, who it was.
Exactly. We don't even get to see the planet, really.
Yeah,
it's all imagination. It's like there's a diamond planet that you can't even look at, and there's some entity out there that is something bad. This was kind of the same premise, a little bit. But you had something where you could had an evil doctor and Donna who were from,
Well, the void.
it could have been,
you know?
it could have been Lovecraftian. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They just made it weird. So
The special effects were fucking shocking at times. Like,
Some of
they
them were
clearly
good. Some of them
bit off
weren't.
more than they could shoot. Yeah, well, they, like the extended arm stuff. I've seen the behind the scenes. It's really cool. They made them practical and everything. It's like, oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
With the
Then there's
mirrors.
Some
Lenses, so like lenses and shit.
they had like the full. I saw someone mess around with the big arms, like wearing them as full. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
which is just fun and awesome. But then you also have like a lot of the running when David Tennant evil version starts running at all fours. And
Oh yeah.
the whole way, like it was making me think of Spy Kids 3D a lot. I don't know why, but the green screen was integrated better here than it had been in like 10
thing with
era.
Doctor Who's never been a great special effect show.
no,
It's always been the strong writing which has carried it.
I think it's still something you mention even in good episodes. You either praise or you criticize the special effects. It's not like I'm saying it would make or break the episode.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's an unfair criticism. I'm just saying Doctor Who we normally give more benefit of the doubt to because of the strength of the writing. But when the writing is all over the place, then things like that do become very noticeable.
Yep. Well,
And
that's when you don't have interesting characters and interesting writing, your eyes start to wander.
And then like the story. The first question I had, maybe you guys can help me out because I only saw it the one time. Why didn't the captain just blow up the ship to begin with?
Because they would have.
Because they
I
would
only
have,
watched it once too.
would have realized what the captain was going to do because
No,
they
she
were
just-
thinking.
Just press the button, blow it up. What are they gonna do?
I'd have to watch it again because that seems like a flaw because she had to slow everything down, right? So she slowed everything
She had to slow
down.
everything down so they couldn't keep up with her thought process. Well, what I got from it was she realized what she needed to do. I mean, I say she, it's a skeleton.
So
and it's just assigned a pronoun because they have a conversation about a skeleton in space and what pronoun they should assign. Never mind. That's Doctor Who.
But after,
current
but
day.
yeah, but after she kills herself, why not just speed the process up?
Because they say, the big explanation is
Good question,
that she wants
Waller.
to destroy them, but they're copying her, so she needs to throw herself out into space so they can't keep copying her, and then she'll set self-destruct so slowly that they can't figure it out before it happens. But why wouldn't, as the captain, you could just press self-destruct, force self-destruct immediately? I don't see why she wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, I'm actually not going to review this one. I'm gonna wait till the next one and see if it's even worth it.
Well, and that for me kind of like ruined it
Don't
in terms of
care.
just there's nothing else for me to gain because most of the episode is spent on them just trying to figure everything out, but they get information incredibly slowly, and then there's like maybe a nice moment or two, but it's not even spent between them. It's spent with the fake versions,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then there's the timeless children thing, which I was like,
It's my boy Deathlock right there. Deathlock rules.
and then I don't know what else is there. Like there was some spooky horror bits, but it was very rare, and I wanted more.
Yeah, they wasted way too much time talking about Donna, the other Donna. So how they mention the timeless children is the copy of Donna is able to access her Dr. Donna stuff better than the original Donna,
Yeah.
and
Because of space brain.
they say she says to the doctor something about you being from Gallifrey, yet you're not. You don't know where you're from, and I'm like,
Yeah.
As soon as she said that, I was like, no.
oh.
I was just getting into the episode.
Yep.
Then that happened, and I was like, and I'm out again.
And they mentioned the flux, and they're all, we destroyed half of the universe.
Believe they
So is
fucking
half of
mentioned
the
the
universe still destroyed?
That's
Apparently so.
Gary, isn't that a retcon? I thought that the whole thing was that we destroyed basically everything except Earth. Solar
Except
system.
Yeah,
Earth,
dude,
correct.
we saw
Yes.
Jupiter blow up in that episode. So did you
And then like he'd be like, guilty. It's like it wasn't your fault. He's like, I know. And I was just saying, like, what the fuck? We're actually using the flux. Do you think I remember anything about what the fuck all of that was?
I barely remember. I just remember Jupiter blowing up. That's all.
And you barely use it. It's like
I just remember Earth being the last place.
Yes, it was.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah.
They never
And
really...
we mentioned what they're gonna do. The whole fucking universe has been destroyed, apart from Earth.
And
What are they
another
gonna do with
episode-
Doctor Who? And then fucking just forget about it, I guess. You know,
Another whole episode not talking about the actual like these two. I think if you guys remember last week, I said hopefully this episode will give us some time between those two. We had barely any time between them that was like meaningful. They were just sort of like memeing around.
Yeah.
yeah. The best conversations were between one of them and then the other's doppelganger.
There's so much to catch up on. There's so much to talk about as to why any of this has happened, but they're just not doing it. I guess it's all going to be in the third episode.
No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I
The
think
most
it's
of it will be in the third episode, but I'm not going to say how much because I don't think there is going to be much.
yeah. I think a lot of it is literally superficial level. Bring back Tennant. Bring back Donna.
Yeah.
don't
Nostalgia
think
bait.
anything's
As
yeah.
Eric calls it, it was pure nostalgia bait. Way more attention is put into Shudigawa. By the way, they're shooting seasons back to back, so they're feeling very confident about this because they got some Disney money up front.
Well, you don't you don't have to pop a good rating when A, you take money from the British public,
Yeah.
and then B, you take money from Disney to produce your show. So if Disney say, we'll give you enough money to make 2 seasons, and the BBC are perfectly committed to putting progressive shit all over their TV now, as much as possible, ratings aren't going to mean shit because it's been funded.
Well, yeah, and you're not going to get proper reporting from America, which the Jodie
No.
episodes, they stopped reporting ratings from the Jodie episodes. They got
Because
so
they were
low.
down in the low 100,000
The
to
low
300,000.
100,000s, yes. And chat, is BBC America, I'm sure it is. Is it still a thing? Is it still around? I unplugged years ago, so. BBC America turned into Doctor Who and Star Trek reruns, which isn't bad in theory. Okay. Next Generation and Doctor Who reruns. I'm okay with that. By the way, this is a really good series. If you guys haven't picked it up, it's really fun. Maximum Carnage, good stuff. Good stuff.
It was annoying because I think if somebody gets hold of that episode and edits out all the shit, there is an episode of Doctor Who that
There's
would
a
feel
good
like an
15-minute short.
edit in a bunch more of them actually talking about the things that matter. And then I'd say focus on it being a horror. And yeah, I love the idea of the creatures that they gradually copy you and they need you afraid to learn more about you faster. It's great. You can use that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I liked it. It makes your heart pump faster, blood pump, adrenaline.
Completely
blah, blah, blah.
sidetracked by agenda. Like I'm probably going to watch it. The next one obligatory, and I don't know if I could be bothered with anything else after this. It's like Russell has made it. He's been warning us for years. By the way, he's been, like, this is what he was going to do. When he was asked, he had a lot more to say, and he has a lot more to say with the doc. Oh no.
Can I quote the Doctor?
Yes, you can.
When Capaldi's talking to Missy, and Missy's telling the Doctor, "Oh, you shouldn't trust me. I'm just a horrible person. I'm just, I can't change." And and Capaldi's Doctor says to her, "That's the thing about hope. It's so tempting." And it's just like, that's, I think, what a lot of Doctor Who fans had.
Yep.
Was the idea of maybe there's hope, because fandoms are normally full of very optimistic, forgiving people because you are involved in something that they love. And as soon as Russell T Davies was announced to come back, even us, as cynical as we'd been, you can't deny there was an ember of hope in all of us.
Sure. I saw that every time I do a meetup, every time I go to a panel, you see the hope of fandom, and you don't want to shit on it. You really don't. And I still have it too. That's what makes it a good thing. But I wouldn't have a lot of hope for Doctor Who. I just wouldn't. It's dead. It's freaking dead. And it's going to just wallow in obscurity like Kurtzman Trek. Sure, season 5 of Star Trek Discovery is coming out in March. Does anybody give a shit? Nope.
They haven't crossed all the seasons, so why would they start now?
Exactly. It's never...
Again, invest the money. That's all Discovery is. Invest the money.
Well, Netflix paid for the first 2 or 3 seasons. First three seasons.
Yeah.
And then they had to massively cut the budget. Paramount Plus has never turned a profit. Disney Plus has never turned a profit. Peacock made an announcement. Hey, we total victory. We didn't lose as much money as we thought we were going to lose. They thought they were going to lose $3 billion. They thought they were going to lose $3 billion. They only lost $2.8 billion. Congratulations.
This is the measurement of success today, is it?
They're all going to consolidate eventually.
Gary, Disney Plus is turning a profit next year. Bob Iger told us that.
Bob Iger said so. He did. He also said they're going to focus on quality over quantity. And they'll be back advertising on Twitter. Give it a year. Remember the apocalypse, kids? Remember everybody left? Then they all came back. They're going to, what are they going to advertise on Threads? Hey, they have no problem advertising on TikTok.
Chinese spyware. Well, yeah, but they are big fans of China. Come on.
They are big fans of China. And
all the kids use that app.
Yeah, there also happens to be I threw up
Did
the
you
graphic.
see the study that TikTok is by far the biggest
The most
social media
anti-Semitic.
platform which for anti-Semitic content, and it's not even close as to the second one.
Go to
And then X is like 4th or something.
Here, X-Ray Girl. Go to Discord, go to new videos, scroll up a little bit. There's that graphic is there. I screen captured. It's actually Stephen King. It's so good. It's so good. And then get the article that's below it where Disney announces their partnership with TikTok on their website. So what did Elon say? People saying nice things while doing
yourself.
evil. Go fuck
yeah.
yourself.
Oh
well. Yeah. Disney and TikTok partnership results in millions of new followers and billions of Disney #Disney100 views. Oh. But again, now throw up that graphic if you can't
now
share
translate
that picture.
that. Now turn that into money.
You could find it on my Twitter too, because I laugh at it pretty hard. Stephen King. Yes. So he says, so then why is Disney boycotting X yet spending millions on other platforms? Relationship between platforms usage and anti-Semitic, anti-Israel views. Whatever your views, I have no view on the conflict. I know nothing about it, and I'm not going to pipe in about it. But TikTok apparently has a lot of opinions, and they don't like Israel very much. And then Stephen King says, it was what you said. And then Elon Musk responds, that's what she said. Oh, that's good. Where's my drum? There it is.
But that's rather. I mean, that is just so telling, though. Here's the actual breakdown of anti-Semitism on social media, and they don't care. They don't care.
They don't care.
You're already the target. It doesn't matter. This is why you just don't engage these people. They don't want conversation. They're not interested in conversation. Not interested in actually looking at factual figures or anything like that. It's just who's the current boogeyman, and let's just stay in our echo chamber, nice and warm. And I mean, Stephen King's a broken piece of fucking dog shit person anyway. And if Stephen King's saying something that's antithetical to what you're thinking, you're probably thinking more on the right lines, or at least the more normal lines than somebody like that.
Right. So also the difference between views and length, ladies. Between Bob Iger's interview, which was 38 minutes, and Elon Musk, which is like well over an hour, right? And it's got millions. I think Bob Iger's interview might have hit 100,000 from a New York Times website. That shows you like how many people care. So, of course, the access media is running out going, Elon's in damage control. He doesn't give a fuck how much money this guy has. He doesn't. He doesn't give a single fuck about that.
No, I think it wasn't you, X-Ray Girl, who posted the winning tweet. Is that yourself or so? They posted Elon Musk hasn't got fuck you money. Elon Musk has got go fuck yourself money.
Yes,
That wasn't me.
Oh,
that's true. Absolutely
Can't remember
true.
who it was. Somebody posted that, and it was absolute top tweet. That was.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it was Lady Gravemaster.
Lady G.
Gravemaster. Hell,
Lady G.
well done, lady.
Lady G.
So, what were the final viewing figures for this last episode, The Wild Blue Yonder of Doctor Who?
4.83 overnight. 4.83 million overnight.
So it might extend out to like 6 million or something.
Well, the consolidated on the first special were actually very high. It went from 5.08 to 7.61.
Yep.
So it did 2.6 million. So let's say this does 2.3 million. It should go up to around 7-ish.
Okay.
But if it goes up to around 7 million, that's still going to be a drop off of 600,000 people from the previous week. And I'm not sure. Oh no, yes I am. No, that would be individual people. Yes, that would be individual accounts. It's the other one. It's the +4, which just counts anyone over and over again. Yeah, everyone and anyone over and over.
And anything. Record reel BBC, guys.
Right now?
God.
Yep, right now.
Thank you. Back to life.
It's because no, Az is still dead. This is an avatar. He's like Kiss now. He's like
I'm AI.
Yeah, he's AI Az.
I'm a simulation.
Actor we hired.
He'll go back to being dead this Friday.
Damn right.
And I might start an hour earlier just to piss you off.
All right, I'm going to stream over you then. I'm
Go for it.
I'm going to stream that hour.
We'll
Then.
dual stream, and then you can just be on.
Yeah.
Posted gym pictures at 3:30 a.m. I was like, man, that's FNT keeping you up, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
the point isn't to stay up, Mulder. The point is to have a break.
That's what you said, was it keeps you up.
It keeps you up. I know. There was one day that Kara and I were texting you, and you were like 4 a.m. coming out of the gym, and I was like, "Isn't he supposed to be in bed?"
No, it's not for me to just go say, I need a break. I ain't had a Friday fucking night just to do what the fuck I want in 3.5 years almost. Am I allowed to have a little break?
No.
No, you could have just said that.
That's what I did just say.
Yeah,
That's what
now
I've been saying.
that you've been caught with the hand in the, I was going to say cookie jar.
Trying to
more
retcon
like,
it now.
The gym jar.
Pre-made meals, calorie control pre-made meals. Yeah. Mini.
We got this at the con. It's got the thermos in it and everything. Yeah.
Is it an OG? Is it an OG?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Melissa got it. So.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Oh,
Baby.
God, do we want to talk about this? Yes, we do. Do you want to find that video and share the video of the retailer? And this is, by the way, Mahler, this is entertainment. This is all of entertainment right now. This is I've always said that the comic industry has been somewhat of a proving ground for what's going to happen to the rest of it. But things happen, like it hit gaming before comics with Gaming Brigade. But
oh my God,
we are years away from like the comic industry crashing, and retailers are starting to speak up. It's a little late. I wish they'd done
Is
this
the one?
4 years ago.
Yes.
This guy's kind of funny too. He said, Peter Parker. Peter Parker. Hit play.
All right.
Most of these new writers don't have the love of comics like these older writers had. And all they care about is, how can I put myself in the book? No, we don't care what you would do if you were Iron Man. We don't care who you are. You're writing Tony Stark. You're not writing yourself in a book. If that's the case, write your own comic with you in it. No one will read it because nobody cares. People grew up growing up loving Peter Parker, loving Miles Morales, loving all these Captain America. We don't need you to put your input in it. Just write Steve Rogers. Don't write Steve Rogers. What would Steve Rogers be if I was Steve Rogers? That's not how it works. But that's again how most of these new people write nowadays. That's why most of the stuff is shit. Because we don't care what you would do, because we don't care about your life whatsoever. Just write a book, get paid for what you do, get paid for what you're supposed to be doing, and make it a good story. Most of these new writers,
and he's not wrong, and he's triggered a bunch of people, and everybody he's triggered is the problem.
Yeah,
is absolutely the problem. I think Tug shared it. I don't think I'm blocked by Donnie Cates, so I can probably find the tweet. Give me just a mo. And then there's Jamal Eigel too, who's a fucking idiot. So, yeah, I'm not blocked by Donnie Cates yet. So let's take a look. I'm just reading his double down. It was yesterday, right?
Lasai.
Here, I'll just bring up the screenshot that Tug put in under my tweet, and I'll give you the link.
I'm just gonna wait for them to start saying we'll just close then. Yeah, really go full in on that.
Okay, the store is called Comic Book Palace. And the guy's name is Glenn. So go shop at his store, please.
Hey, Glenn.
Larry's Comics said it's
Hi.
Glenn, Comic Book Palace. Okay, thanks, Larry's Comics. Where in the F is there's the Tugs thing right there. Thank you, that umbrella guy, for sharing this. I just couldn't find the tweet. He might have Donnie's a coward, so he probably deleted it or whatever. But here you go, X-Ray Girl in the private chat. So this is one Donnie Cates, who hasn't been around very much. According to Donnie, he got in a car accident, which I'm sorry he got in, and he healed up, and he hasn't written any very much since, I guess. I don't really care because I don't read the new stuff. Don't you guys hate how when you go into a hardware store, how the guy behind the counter always tells you how much hammers suck? Well, Donnie, Jamal Eigel wanted to call this guy out about like not knowing about writing. This guy knows more about writing than you know about the comic book selling business. Yeah. The business of selling your shit. And most of the time I would prefer you to shut the fuck up and write superheroes fighting crime or doing whatever the fuck, or, right now it's just being gay. But if you had 3 entities making hammers and all those fucking hammers sucked, it is the duty of the guy selling the hammers to tell the people he relies on, the customer, because this is a comic store. So a comic store is usually in a neighborhood or a part of town, and he relies on 200 to 300 people that he sees, and a portion of them he sees every day. And this guy's been around for a long time. They become family. They become like friends. They become, the store becomes this meeting place, and you get close to these people. And you don't want to fucking lie to them. And right now, every retailer has to fucking lie to people because all of your shit across the board, for the most part, 99.9% of it is shit, is fucking shit. You know what? I could have. I sold a bunch of Superior Spider-Man. I could have sold more, but people ask me, "What'd you think of it?" I think it's trash. I think it's total trash. But here, like a lot of speculators, a lot of guys said, "Well, I'm not going to read it anyway. I'm just buying it for the covers." That was 10 years ago. I was just.
By the way, if I were buying a hammer, and the guy behind the counter says, "Don't buy the green hammer, buy the blue hammer." Blue hammer's great because, and then starts talking. I'm not going to be like, bro, I didn't ask. I'm going to be like,
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, blue hammer it is.
But it's, the post by Donnie Cates is fucking retarded because Donnie's fucking retarded. and it's such a false equivalent. It's beyond fucking compare. So when you've got a writer that wants to compare selling comics to selling hammers, you know you're dealing with an absolute fucking dipshit. We have a situation where the people who are writing the comics, remember, Gary, they don't think we're the customers.
Nope.
They think this guy here is the customer. So number one, they're shitting on their customers, according to them. But number two, as we all know, this is a guy who's facilitating their product to the customer. So we are ultimately the customer, will always be ultimately the customer. So when the guy who is selling that to the customer is saying something like this, it's because the customer's coming in going, I don't want to buy these books on my pull list anymore because they're shit. And that's the feedback that he gets from the customer over and over. And then he gets Marvel sending him all kinds of fucking shit to stick on the shelves, which he knows as a retailer he's not going to be able to shift. And then you have fucking ego wankers like Donnie and all that fucking brigade who shouldn't even be in fucking comics in the first place, half of them, telling people like this hardworking guy that can't sell your fucking product for shit, that he's fucking the problem or the customer's the fucking problem. These guys need to get out of the fucking buildings, get out of the houses and literally just walk into a hall of fucking mirrors. And everywhere you turn, take a fucking good look at yourself. Every fucking way. But your thing is, we know that they're not going to.
Nope.
We know that they're never going to look at themselves. They're never going to take stock of what they're doing. They're never going to take responsibility because ballless dicks like Donny Cates and all the other fucktards in the comic book industry are so scared of being cancelled, so scared of saying, hey, guys, why don't we just write good fucking stuff instead of having to push all this fucking garbage? In which case, you know, the Whisper Network gets on the fucking back, the Whisper Network that can't sell a fucking comic to save the fucking lives. And you get the position that you get with directors that's going on with Marvel right now. They're casting writers. Max Visaggio getting the fucking prequel to Rebel Moon comic.
It's called...
Is it because...
It's Transurance.
It's Boom, that's a great one. Is it because Mags is any good as a writer? No, they're fucking dog shit and they can't sell a fucking comic to save their life because that's why they have to go beg for fucking money on GoFundMe every other week because they're not making shit. And the first thing that they did, of course, is they went out on social media after begging for fucking money when they got this gig to brag. Fuck you, haters. I've been given this comic to do. This comic, which ain't going to sell shit, ain't going to make me a fucking scrap of money, but it's about sticking it to the people. Fuck it.
Did you see the latest from Mags going out to LA in a couple weeks and needs a place to crash? Does anybody want Mags to come over to their house?
Dude, if I'm going anywhere near Mags, IRL, I want a fucking solicitor with me. I want a witness with me. I want a cameraman with me to record everything at all fucking times. I want to be live streaming it so I know exactly, everyone can see exactly where I am, undoctored. I won't go near somebody like this. And not because for any other reason, then you know these are fucking scum.
Yep.
They are scum that will say anything, try anything, do anything to ruin people's fucking lives. So don't have a go at this fucking hardworking guy. No disrespect to the guy, but he's working in a comic store. I don't think this is guy's making fucking billions of dollars or making millions of fucking dollars every year or even hundreds of thousands every year. He's making himself probably a decent or a half decent honest wage, if that at best. And you want to look down from your fucking ivory tower at these cunts? Hey,
ivory tower in the room in their apartment with 9 roommates and 10 cats.
Jeez, I know,
Yeah.
but this is just sums
That
up the
ivory
comic book
tower
industry
comes
in a
from
nutshell.
that legitimacy of working for Marvel. They think that's the minute you're not working for Marvel, you aren't shit anymore. Your tweets aren't going to get as liked. Donny Cates.
Eric is more legit than they'll ever fucking be.
Yes.
More legit because he's fucking making bank.
The fact
He's making fucking bank.
He is. And he's doing it on his own and he's doing it the right way. The fact of the matter is for comic books, for the American superhero comic book, there are things you need. Unfortunately, you need something to drive sales. for this to be healthy. Otherwise, more people are just going to go to manga. They just are. And that's already happened. But you need Marvel and DC to do well. You do. You need a big publisher to drive people to shops, to drive interest to websites, to drive interest to comics, and that helps the independent books. If this whole thing fucking dies, it dies. Now, there will be people who will be able to make it on their own, you know, in small pockets, but the overall interest in the American superhero comic or the American comic book is done, is fucking done. And we're in the death throes. We're in the death rattle. And if something, it's all self-inflicted. Chuck Dixon said it. The American superhero comic book didn't die. It committed suicide. Yeah. So we have the independents out there doing their thing. Good. But we still need things to turn around. They're not. Marvel and DC are zombie subsidiaries right now. They don't make any money for their parent corporations at all. They're write-offs. They're loss leaders. They're IP farms. That's it. Yes. And they're places so they can virtue signal. Like, we made another character gay today. Oh, my God. Yes.
You mean like the Doctor is now?
Yeah. Did Neon tweet something about Pa Kent being at a drag show? Did I see that this morning? Did I? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Here, I'll find it. Hang on. Neon from Hail Neon from Clownfish TV, by the way. Where's my boy Neon? There he is. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, there it is. Plot twist. That's Pa Kent, and this is how Ma finds out. Here we go. I'll put the link.
Wait, what?
Hang on. Putting the link. I don't know the context to it because I was in a car when I saw this, but here you go. You can share that. I see the Martian Manhunter has boobs.
Wait, what? Jesus Christ. Hello. Welcome to the best drag show in...
Dude, they're just doing this to piss people. Like, they don't care. They just want to burn it down. And I say at this point, let it happen. There are people who want to save it. I don't know if that's possible, but and I know there's still some good people, but they're being. It's the same as Hollywood, and we'll get to those fucking conversations while Az dies for real this time. So I'll finish reading it. Hello, and welcome to the best drag show in Smallville, the only drag show in Smallville. I'm your host, Goody Rickles. Today we are serving French toast, bottomless mimosas, and superhero realness. And that's Pa Kent.
Okay.
Oh, we lost Az officially.
We lost Az. I don't know the context of this. I don't know anything. I just saw it, and it's like I could believe it. I mean, look at Martian Manhunter with tits. So
Az has died for real.
I think Az is really dead. I'm sorry. But Az's chair is with us. So.
Special guest star this episode, Hassan Pickett.
I don't know what it is, but fucking, could you believe it? Yes. I mean, we just had Mystique. They retconned Mystique. So Mystique was supposed to be the mother of Nightcrawler. Now Mystique is the father, and Nightcrawler, and I'm not kidding, is a butt baby. A baby that came out of a butt. That is Marvel canon. Let it burn. Let it burn. Let it fucking burn. At this point. They're doing stuff to own the chuds. By the way, Tom Sheridan, who wanted you to buy the gay Green Lantern book to own the chuds, was sitting by himself most of con. I checked multiple times. Not a single person was talking to him. So it's not working IRL. It's not working IRL. That's just a damn shame. So because Phil Boyle from here, let's see if I can find this. Phil Boyle from Coliseum Comics. He came out and basically said, "Hey, this, I'm going to paraphrase. He's alive."
I don't know. That could be anybody.
Are you okay, buddy?
Actually,
I'm gonna be down here for a bit, boys.
Okay, it's all right. I understand.
Be down here.
I
You need to
understand.
get like a setup down there. You had done this so much.
You-
You need to get some.
need a sit to lay down desk.
Let's see. Let's go to it. I'm sorry, we're gonna have to go to Bleeding Cool. Rich Johnson's a fucking retard, but so is Heidi McDonald. So are all the journalists, the leech journalists from
Heidi. I went around New York Comic Con asking the writers and shit if they were comics gay.
Heidi. I look like I've eaten too much McDonald's.
Heidi, I look like Heidi, you can smell me from looking at a picture.
Ew.
Exactly.
I'm on 50% of my regular 50% brain power, so I don't even know how I'm doing this right now. Here we
They call
go.
that 25%, I
I
think.
think it's called 25%.
Thank you for doing the math, Mahler.
The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you. Okay, yeah. Here's the article I got.
So, how was did Pa Kent like his drag show?
I don't fucking know. I don't even know if it's real. I can believe it's real because we are still in the clown timeline. But I saw it this morning. I'm like, of course. Well, I mean, right after Mystique had a butt baby, or Mystique's was the father of butt baby Nightcrawler, because Nightcrawler is, by the way, Catholic. So that's probably why they did that.
Most likely.
Yep. So Rich Johnson is a fucking idiot, but we're gonna read this. So Phil Boyle is not an idiot. Okay. Owns a Florida chain of comic book stores, Coliseum Comics. I know him by name only. Remember him from like Facebook groups and stuff. Been around, knows what he's talking about. Okay, retailing wise. Comic book store owners say the funniest things. Part 1. Earlier this month, Phil Boyle, owner of Florida chain of comic book stores Coliseum Comics, diagnosed the comic book industry ails. Phil Boyle criticizes Marvel and DC for retail hardships and comic pricing issues, comic industry debate, role of variant covers, and their impact on sales. Yes, the variants are definitely a problem, but that, it's been floating the industry for years, for decades. I do want to point out, I've talked about this for a little over 10 years ago, 12 years ago. I got a I will say panicked phone call from Derek Robertson. We were talking at the time. When Spider-Man sales dipped under 100,000, dipped to 60,000, and it was alarming. That was 12 years ago. It's still down there, by the way, and it's equally alarming. But at the time, not enough people were alarmed because there was variance. Things were still going pretty good. But it was all like a house of cards, right? And what made it so much worse was activism. Like, it was on its way down anyway, but activism was a big problem. Not enough retailers spoke up. We're hearing retailers speak up now. This should have happened 6 years ago. Not a couple years ago, 6 years ago. This should have happened. So I just feel like, and a lot of retailers didn't want to get involved because, like, look at what this guy Glenn is going through now. And somebody tried to call this out at the Retailer Summit in 2017, famously, when he said people are tired of the woke shit. And then David Gabriel from Marvel threw him under the bus. That's what David Gabriel does, though. And said, well, God, we tried to be diverse, but there's all these racist retailers. I'm paraphrasing what he said. And that quieted a bunch of people up. I would tell my retailer brothers and sisters, the ones who are left, don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck what these people say. And there's retailers who have there's one right near me that is completely bought into the woke shit to the point where I won't even set foot in that store anymore. I will never set foot in that store again. Their stuff wasn't that great either. Yeah, it's retailers could have stopped this. They are one of the entities that could have stopped this in its tracks and didn't. Because there's also other woke retailers that have been working behind the scenes doing a lot of things that are detrimental to the industry for very selfish reasons while pretending they're doing it for the good of the industry. No, they weren't. They were doing it for the good of their comic store and their politics, Brian Hibbs. Oh, did I say that out loud? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Comic industry debates role of variant covers, blah, blah, retail suggestions, radical pricing model, and to sustain comic stores. Industry veterans and retailers discuss the changing landscape of comics. Challenging Marvel and DC Comics, he said, you've gutted an army of passionate retailers who've worked in the biz for decades for close to poverty wages, in many cases, to put such a system of advocates in every state and major city in America and around much of the world would cost a fortune, but it happened organically to your benefit. And in gratitude, you've strip mined what little profit there was in favor of short-term goals and chasing corporate bonuses. He saw the cause as pretty clear: the immediate sale and false bolstering of numbers through variant covers. By the way, that is false bolstering of numbers, and the comic industry is doing so well as they stopped reporting numbers. The numbers you're hearing are fiction. They're pure fiction. Now, the numbers you heard before were estimates. They were not the reality because each individual comic store did not report their numbers for the most part. They were just units sold to comic stores from Diamond. We don't have that anymore. So whatever numbers you're hearing, completely fucking made up. Now, when it comes to graphic novels and the ISBN numbers, yes, those are probably somewhat accurate. But again, that's what's being sold to bookstores. And they're still estimates, right? But for the most part, it's just pure fiction now. We have no idea what's selling to what. But yes, what was bolstering those numbers was variants. And for those of you who don't know, it's selling the same comic book over and over again to the same person. So you get 5 variant covers, 7. What was the most we saw as?
Oh, wow. So some have got into the 20s and 30s.
20s and 30s of the same comic book. Of the same comic book. Famously, the Star Wars book that came out in 2015 that everybody said sold 1 million copies, a bunch were sold to Loot Crate and counted as sales. Counted as sales. That didn't get into people's hands. So it says the immediate sale and false bolstering of numbers through variant covers, convoluted events, and incessant reboots left the considerations of the fans behind. Character swapping, gender bending, and changing sexual orientation of beloved characters fell flat with the Wednesday Warriors, who supported the industry for decades.
It shocks me.
This should. Well, Jamal Igle says these comic retailers are not changing with the times. Is changing with the times alienating all of your customers and not selling comic books?
Well, yeah, changing with the times is going from making money to not making money.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think you can make your own determination on whether you think this is bigotry or not. I don't think people whose businesses rely on making money want to not make money because some fucking clown in DC or Marvel wants to take a beloved character and go, hey, let's make him gay this week.
Yep.
Let's just fucking get rid of decades and decades of characterization, lore. But we want to get ourselves in an article on Bleeding Cool. So we are going to make them gay and pop a bit of media buzz, which doesn't translate in any capacity to sales, and our comic will be cancelled presently. But that's worth destroying a character with decades worth of history over. Bigot.
Oh, and you know, Rich will probably get there. I've been saying this article's a couple weeks old, been wanting to get to it. And changing sexual orientation of beloved characters fell flat up with the Wednesday Warriors, who have supported the industry for decades. The crowd of new readers the changes were meant to attract didn't translate to a 1-for-1 swap. It didn't translate. Nobody read it. It didn't translate to any sales, leaving a declining customer base. I never knew Golden Age Green Lantern and Iceman had so many devoted and intransit fans. Gender swapping doesn't seem to be a thing either, not with comics at least. There are more characters, but original characters are still around and in most cases still have their own books. That means that's been the same since the introduction of Batgirl, Supergirl, Spider-Woman. We constantly have to FOC an issue. That's Final Order Cutoff. Final Order Cutoff is, I don't know how it is now
Pencils
without
down.
Diamond. Final Order Cutoff is something you do 2 weeks before you send in your final order so you can adjust your orders to the customer's needs. Right.
I thought that was when your book gets fucking cancelled after 10 issues.
That's what it means now, probably. Are they still talking about Scotty Young shit? This is fucking 10 years. This has been going on for 10 years. Scotty Young did variant covers. FOC Final Order Cutoff was brought into direct market as a result of class action suit led by Brian Hibbs in 2022 because Marvel was fucking around. I actually got money from that lawsuit that I probably shouldn't have got. Should have gone to the previous owner, but I got $600 from it. And then all major publishers to allow retailers to change their orders closer to shipping date, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, which was a good system. I have to say, with an objective point of view, that compared to the 90s, heralded as golden age for sales, modern comic book artwork was leagues ahead. But Phil has more. I don't know if I agree with that. I think with some stuff, sure. But the characters are iconic for a reason. The movies never got traction until they leaned into what made the characters decades-long success. Change is good for the story, but inevitably, by the way, what was said before, I think, was Rich chiming in going, well, there was never a lot of Iceman fans and Golden Age Green Lantern fans. There was actually a lot of Iceman fans, you fucking idiot. I talked to a lot of them. There was tons of Iceman fans. Not anymore.
Okay, but all right, let's play devil's advocate for a second then.
Sure.
And let's say Alan Scott, original Green Lantern Alan
Who they
Scott.
made gay a long time ago, by the way. That was
you say a long time ago, 10 years or so?
Yeah.
A decade or so. But people are sick and tired of just seeing characters that have been one way for decades, altered and changed because you, as a company, want to do something progressive. Why did you have to do that to Alan Scott? Why couldn't you have just created another Green Lantern, another character, made them gay? Because everybody knows that they can't do anything original. And they wouldn't, and the writing has certainly been of such a poor quality with a lot of these fucking books, because they're hiring poor quality writers, that they have to hijack other characters in just some vain effort to get some sort of sales out of it. That's why people are getting sick of this fucking shit. And now it's spreading into much more mainstream characters, because the Alan Scott change and the Batwoman change from the mid-2000s has led to things like Tim Drake, Jonathan Kent, Aqualad, all of these just being fucking changed. Gay, 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 gay. It's fucking so unoriginal and boring. And how the fuck are you going to attract new fucking readers?
It hasn't worked, and they keep doing it. And this here, well, we'll get into Rich Johnson being disingenuous. This is like,
of course he is. He's just a piece of shit.
He's always been a piece of shit. I have to say, with an objective point of view, okay, blah blah blah. The characters are iconic for a reason, says Phil Boyle. The movies never got traction until they leaned into what made the characters' decades-long success. Change is good for story, but inevitably you need to touch base with what brought them. Gender swaps, sexual orientation changes, and outright changes to who's in the suit are short-term headline grabbers, but without long-term sales, with very few exceptions. And he's not wrong. They'll come out and go, they passed the mantle to Captain America down to Sam Wilson in the comics. Yeah, and it was canceled.
Yeah.
All this shit cancels. It's always short-term. You always bring back your main character. That's why Peter Parker has lasted for decades. Tony Stark.
Jane Foster, Ironheart, you go through the whole fucking list of them, every single one.
Are they going to be around in 50 years?
No.
here's Rich Johnson's retort to that. Man, Alan Scott and Bobby Drake are really getting a lot of attention, aren't they? Well, what about Tim Drake? What about all of the other...
Cancelled after 10 issues.
Cancelled, yes. Jonathan Kent.
Cancelled after 19 issues.
All the other characters they've made bisexual. All the gender swapping they've done. Bounding Into Comics stopped making the list a couple of years ago, but there's a massive list. I think I had Lady Gravemaster work on it, of all the gender and race swaps. It's fucking huge. It is a huge list.
Out of curiosity with this, like it's not just this passing of the torch, changing of the sort of primary guard, right? It's also that it's really badly done.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's...
You know, like passing the shield to Falcon, it's like, is that impossible to work? It's like, I guess not impossible. Like, they could have done a hell of a lot better. Falcon Winter Soldier was awful.
Yeah, if they gave him the superhero serum and made him get...
that would make a lot...
Drop
I'm
the
not
wings.
talking about that.
Drop the
I'm talking
wings.
about the character. Like watching the show, Falcon doesn't deserve the shield.
No.
Like one of my
And
bigger
in the
issues with
comics, they gave it to Bucky Mauler, and it really worked. Like, fans were like, I'm cool with Bucky being Cap now.
I remember Walker, he's dealing with a hell of a lot. You know, his friend's just been killed in action. And then they come to him where he thinks they're friends, and then they break his arm and steal the shield.
Yes.
And that
It's
worked
a very,
too.
very bizarre scene. Like,
And John Walker did nothing
wrong. And it worked. And John Walker worked in the comics, but we all knew, like, Cap was coming back. Like, that was part of it. Right?
Because that's why these stories are told. These are stories that are literally created to make you hungry for the original character to return.
Yep. It make you
That's
miss
the
them a little
designation
bit.
of those stories. Reign of the Supermen, Azrael Batman. They were all designed for you to get excited, anticipated for the return of Clark Kent, for the return of Bruce Wayne Batman. And the change is not superficial, which is what they're doing now. For them, change is gay, white, black, female, black. But no, change should be, we need to rock the boat with the character. We need to do something which rocks the character off their axes for them to get back on kilter after this story's been told. And maybe as a ramification of that story, something has been altered. Maybe irrevocably altered, maybe altered to the degree that it's going to take a long time to fix. But that's what those stories are about. They're not those superficial ones. What do you do now with Tim Drake? He's broken. He's had 30 years, and now he's just fucking gay. And then they brought his own comic out, and it was Tim Drake gay. You're not Tim Drake, Robin, because that's all you'll ever be defined as. Jonathan Kent is just on a phone in fucking having cutesy-wootsy... Here's my pink-haired fucking Japanese twink boyfriend telling me to fucking send him nudes and shit. It's just like, what the fuck are you gonna do with those characters, you fucking idiots? They're gone, they're broken. You can never fix them.
Nope. There's a point of no return. And I mean, it's hilarious. Like Rich Johnston, I mean, you're free to do it, but calling out Phil Boyle on how to sell comics is fucking hilarious. But his big one, and this one I really do see is discount shipping, bigger. What was that?
This big one. You said this big one.
And he mentions that Phil has a plan that's weirdly seems reminiscent of Mark Millar's plan. It's something some retailers and many others have brought up for fucking years. You need to make it cheaper. Comic books got too expensive. You need to make them cheaper, especially when they're filled with ads. They're taking longer to come out. There was a lot of reasons they went. It was cheaper to print in Canada. And there's a lot. I don't want to get in the weeds on this, but they needed to make comics cheaper. And unfortunately, the corporate model does not allow that. There is no dialing shit back in the corporate model. Now, if it was still an privately owned entity, yes, you could, but not with the corporate model. They don't like backtracking. They don't like contraction. That's bad for the stockholders. Without some immediate action, Bill says, I see 25% of the retail stores closing by the end of the first quarter of 2024. A number we still don't have, by the way, but it's around 2,000 in the country. And I know you still need comic stores. I also believe that I love the fact that independent comic creators can go direct to the customer. Direct to the customer. I think that's great too. I also think comic books should get their ass back into 7-Elevens and grocery stores. And they've tried, and it's because that ship has sailed. It's too late. It's just too late. But I was in the little newsstand. But you guys still buy magazines over there in Europe, way more than we do, right? I saw Shonen Jump. I saw Metal Hurlant. I saw a lot of manga stuff. Not a single thing from the American comic book industry. Last time I was in the UK, which was 20 years ago, saw tons of shit. Tons of American comics. Yep.
Gary.
Yeah.
You were in the UK a couple of months back.
That's what I said. I said it was in...
Last time I was in the UK 20 years ago.
No, I said a couple of months back, I noticed there was a lot of manga and Shonen Jump. And then before that, dude, I'm also tired. Why are you fucking with me right now? 20 years before that.
That's what we do.
20 years before that, I saw American comic books all over the place, and they're not there anymore. I went into some comic stores in the UK, and a lot of trades, not a lot of new floppies. So you still need comic stores. And there's a lot of responses, but one of Brian Hibbs' responses to this is he doesn't believe the culture war has anything to do with this, which is just...
Well, he's a knobhead, so...
Brian doesn't know how to drive. Brian only leaves San Francisco when he's on a business trip. He's in the San Francisco bubble. He admits this, but he knows dick about the rest of the country, middle America, the working man, the working woman. And you know what? Most creators know dick about that too, but that's your fucking audience that you drove away. Comic books were a blue-collar, working man, working woman hobby because it's affordable. It was the one thing fun I could afford when I was delivering auto parts, making next to nothing.
Well, Donny Coates has summed it up perfectly. The moment you start to look down at your audience, you've already fucking lost. Because you think you're better than them. When you think you're better than the people who fucking buy your product, good luck. Good luck keeping them, because that will shine through as it shines through clearly from all these people who are so out of touch, so unbelievably out of touch. It's unreal. But that's what happens when you get in a bubble.
No, but Brian admits that like the sales are affected even in like super liberal San Francisco. But which it is. But I sold comic books in San Francisco to people, and they would, and some of my old customers have contacted me and said they hate this fucking shit. They hate it.
There's that. Also, just because you put a gay comic out in a gay fucking environment doesn't mean that gay person wants to buy the comic.
No, because they want to read about...
They might not be remotely interested in fucking comics.
Because gay people are interested in comics for the same reason straight people are, and women are. They want good characters, human beings to relate to and have fun with, and they're supposed to be fun. And seeing a drawn version of a couple of twinks sitting down and tweeting each other or fucking messaging is not fun. It's not dynamic. I want to see the Fantastic Four taking on Galactus. Can we get that? I want to see Superman taking on Brainiac.
Maybe.
Can we get that, please?
Maybe quite a few gay people aren't as superficial as you think they are. Maybe these superficial changes, which are made for superficial people who probably more often than not don't even buy shit.
They don't.
Because they're that superficial. That's what you get. You get no fucking sales. You get comic shops going out of business left, right, and center. Meanwhile, the people that actually had money, were interested in these characters, had big pull lists for decades. You've told them categorically to fuck off.
And they did.
You've told them categorically that they need to get with the times, and they don't want to get with the times because the modern audience is the same fucking audience. It's just an audience you want to rebrand. That's all you. They don't want to fucking rebrand.
You can stop sharing, X-Ray Girl. No, they don't. And I got news for you, comic creators. The times have changed. And shit you could have gotten away with back in 2016 and 2017, you can't anymore. People are sick of it. They see the pandering. This is turned into a trope. You're not We talked about this with Doctor Who. What worked about Rose, the new Rose? What didn't work about the new Rose? What works about Captain Jack? Captain Jack's a character, a fully fledged character with needs, wants, desires, and motivations, and a character arc, and not just he's pansexual and gay. And that's why it worked, and he became one of the most popular characters. New Rose was just there for identity. And that's all this pandering has been. And it's just to earn a few bonuses, to look good, because publishing doesn't make money for these giant corporations. It's so insignificant, they haven't even gotten around to cutting it yet.
Yeah. Yes.
It's an
Oh my
IP
God,
farm.
You're absolutely fucking right.
It's nothing.
It's so fucking down the fucking list.
And it's a harsh reality when God, was it Losers Row? Were you with this X-Ray Girl?
For what part?
For at LA Comic-Con, the aisle Tim Sheridan was at failure. What did they?
No, I wasn't there for that, but
it was like failure lane. Somebody came up with it. I'm tired, but they called it failure lane because it was empty, and it's all these former big names, quote unquote big names from 2017. Aubrey Sitterson was right next to Sheridan, and there's like nobody fucking there, and it was failure row. In the meantime,
I think I know which lane you're talking about. Too.
Losers Lane. Losers Lane. That's what it was.
Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Meanwhile, like independent artists who were just drawing prints, their shit was packed. People were buying stuff. There was cosplay. It was like a normal Comic-Con. Comic books were selling. You know, LA Comic-Con's not as big as San Diego or anything, but yeah. It's over, Johnny. It's over. And, you know, when you have Rich Johnson, like, calling out Phil Boyle or fucking Mark Millar or Heidi McDonald calling out Mark Millar, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Shut the fuck up. Ugh.
Jealousy.
They're lucky that someone like Mark is too classy.
No, they simply
to retort to that.
They have turned on Mark because Mark will talk to everybody. Mark is a nice guy. He's also a businessman, and he also he won't compromise his product. He won't compromise his product or his principles for some little blogger in a whisper network who's been ruining lives for years. God, I hope I hope that comes out someday, man. The bullshit that goes behind the scenes is so freaking. It is gayer than my wife's salon from San Francisco. It is the cattiest shit you've ever seen. And it's always kind of been like that, but there's always been jealousy and envy between comic creators, but they were in competition, so that's kind of normal. But just outright canceling people because somebody talked to somebody you didn't like is like Mean Girl stuff, except the girls are actual dudes. So at this point, at least today. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. It's crazy. And an industry that I loved. And you know what? I wanted to go back to someday. I always held this hope that, I'll go, quietly in my old age, own a comic store, have fun again.
I wanted to own a cafe that had video game section, comic section, I wanted a movie theater. I wanted to get a movie theater and have a comic store in front, and then we play old serials and superhero films for $1 in the back. Go get some popcorn, read a comic. That's what I wanted. That was my dream. I don't want any part of this. I don't want unless somebody comes in and fixes it, and that'd be nice. That would be my desire, is it gets fixed. That's my desire. I don't know if it can, but I don't want anything to do with this shit. It's a terrible thing to say, but I had the most well-timed relapse that got me out of that industry in 2013, right on fucking time. It's like, get the fuck out. Sometimes things happen for a reason.
You know who's been on fire lately is our boy Zach. Some of his best videos have come out in the last couple of weeks. It's like old school diversity in comics. And I highly recommend you go watch some of these videos on this very subject, because he's been on point. He's been really on point. And in the meantime, our boy Eric doing pretty well.
My order shipped, by the way. Big thank you to the Rippaverse crew.
I've been rocking Rippaverse shirts like 5 days in a row.
Whole weekend, everyone has. I love it.
Well, they actually contacted me today, saying that we're shipping your order, but we just want to check: is your like T-shirt size correct now? And I was like, well, actually, I have gone down a size since. And so they actually amended all of the clothing to be a size down.
It was Kara. Kara did it.
It could have been Kara. Okay,
well, hey,
it was Brandon that contacted us.
We're also going to do some giveaways because I meant to order 3 sets and I ordered 6 sets of a really expensive one. So you guys will benefit. And I didn't want to call Eric and go, because I boomered the cart thing, right? I did it twice. And I wasn't going to go, could you give me a refund? I'm like, I can't do that. So Eric got some extra money from me, and somebody out there will benefit because I will give it away. So you can read it, and then you can tell us your favorite part of Alpha Core. Hail Chuck Dixon, by the way. Hail Chuck Dixon.
Yeah.
Love that guy, man, so much.
Big time.
But holy crap, it's amazing to see what Eric's doing, and I haven't checked my email. I'm sure I'm getting mine
hasn't
soon.
sent yet, but soon.
CGC stuff's not ready yet, but everything else is shipped.
Gotcha. Let me see. Let me check right now live. Hi, Mahler. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm here. Don't worry.
Oh my God, I haven't checked my email in a day.
Are you playing Dark Souls?
He is playing Dark Souls, and that's okay.
I'm not playing it. You got me on Steam, haven't you?
No, I don't think I have.
Wow.
You guys
Whose
aren't
fault's that?
officially friends then. if you're not
Absolutely
friends on Steam.
yours. I blame you.
How dare you?
Oh my gosh.
You're right, Gary.
I'm looking for my no.
He's checking his order. He's like, has it sent yet?
I'm checking my order. I got to notice that it's starting today, but I haven't gotten my ship. I'm not worried about it. I know I will get it.
You will get it.
I know I will get it. I know I will get it. While I still have brain power, let's get to super chats. Been an amazing show. Thanks everybody out there
show
for my 25% brain power, thanks to Mahler's math. Still a little higher than normal.
I'm working on 50% of 50%.
50%.
Give me 25%.
60% of the time, it works all the time.
It works all the time.
But thanks for being here.
Well,
And
Kara is asking something in the chat. Do I need to pull strings, Gary?
no. Get it to everybody else first. I want no special treatment at all.
Gary's like that. No.
Listen
Seriously,
to
no.
my head.
Look at the body language. No.
James Bursey for $20 says, will someone please remind Mahler of the deep magic Soma has no depth, Bilbus Bungleton?
No, that's just people who do reviews of Soma that trigger me. That's what that's trying to remind me of. How dare you?
I don't even know what I just read, but how dare you? How dare you?
How dare you?
L Wings Secret Garden for $20 says, rest in peace, Az. So glad you are keeping the show alive in his memory. The pronouns can't hurt you anymore, sweet prince. It's boring.
My pronouns are were now.
Did you? Oh, X-Ray Girl, could you find that tweet we were laughing our asses off from Friday Night Tights, the ghost of Az? Could you find that? Do you know what we're talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
God, that one is good.
I don't know if I can find it.
Here, I can find it.
I can read some soups in the meantime if you
read some.
want.
Yeah, you go.
I'll read
Go,
all the
girl.
RIP as ones. Curtis
Yeah.
Hart for $4.99 says, "As you live, it's a miracle." Gary's Beard Crabs for $5 says, "RIP as, I can't believe he's gone. Sometimes it's like I can still hear his voice." Hail the 199, the Fellowship, and Ban J. Oh,
Yes.
poor Jay.
Yeah, Ban J for sure.
I mean, AI As did a As rant so well. We put the right keywords in. You know, that rant was fire. 1,000 Acts for $5 says, "He's alive. Az has been resurrected." Hi, Az.
Hi.
Scottish Nerd for 10 British pounds says, "RIP Az. He shall be missed. I'm sure he would have appreciated you starting FNT an hour earlier in his memory."
We did.
We did.
And Az was so happy about it too.
Keith Musselman for $4.99. Hail, wanted to give you a little to spread the joy ahead of my B-Day tomorrow. Happy early birthday.
Happy birthday.
Here it is. I got it. So there's two things. I put in the Mystique butt baby first,
Oh God.
and then the Az tweet.
Okay. The rest of the super chat says, "Also waiting to hear back from my new job. So wish me luck. Az has risen." Oh my God. Good luck.
Make lots of money, kick ass, take over the business. So this is Mystique's mother giving birth to Nightcrawler, and somebody decided to trace out like exactly how it was going. Somehow she still has her pants on, but they are delivering a butt baby.
Yeah.
A butt baby.
So
wow,
I'm sort of trying to work out how this operates, because if Mystique turned into a man, it'd be her girlfriend that was impregnated.
So Mystique's the father of Nightcrawler now. That's the thing.
But no, because wait, oh shit. So that's right. So that's for fuck's sake.
So the girlfriend is giving birth out of her ass or whatever. The way that you know. I'm sure you can. I guess you can give birth like that. I don't know. That's not how my wife gave birth.
Oh, right. So if
Mystique
Mystique can change to actually have the full biology and working function of a male, then she just has to change into Galactus to be Galactus.
Yep. I don't know about the mass. There might be. They brought that up in the Doctor Who episode. Venom.
Why is Mystique chunky in the middle too? She looks like she's pregnant.
I know. She looks like she's pregnant, or she's had too many donuts.
Body positivity. We need women in STEM. I've lost fucking track at this point. It's all shit. It's all shit. Don't buy it. Buy Alpha Core.
Yeah.
It's really confusing. Okay,
back Graham Nolan. Back Kelly Jones.
Save your money for Yaira.
Yep.
Then on Sunday,
oops.
So here's a clip. This is funny as hell.
I love that Grace Randall's in there.
I
know. Then on Sunday at 2:30 p.m., why 99% of movies today are garbage. We should shout out some of the people that are going to be on the panel. You, Gary, Verbal Riot Show. That's Dante James, Ing the Merciless, Alan Ing, Polly from Latino Slant. X-Ray Girl is going to do a panel. So along with Anna, that Star Wars girl, Danica, Comic Book Girl 19, on a panel. And our buddy Ramesh is going to be on a panel. He was on our panel at San Diego.
Ramesh is awesome.
Ramesh is great. Exactly. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah.
I love the quacking.
And on Sunday.
Why is he quacking?
Boring. So fucking funny. We had a good laugh. Legion of Memers. Hail. Neil Horn for $19.99. Hail the real BBC. I saw Godzilla and came away with this observation. It was great and will succeed because of male energy.
Gary, sorry.
Yeah.
Can we please go back to this Mystique thing?
Let me finish this super chat and we'll do just that. Okay. Because of male energy. Yes. Absolute yes. The themes of duty, responsibility, overcoming fear, and love of family are center stage. Disbrew correctly pointed out that these are values that the over there in Japan and in the East, they still value.
Very important.
It's very important. That's why it's pretty normal, and you'll see it in a lot of their storytelling, and it's stuff that we've completely abandoned, so that's why we are now gravitating over to their storytelling, and it will continue to grow if they stick with it. Okay, go back to the Mystique thing.
Well, we don't need to put the picture up, but
I really don't want to.
No. How is this going to sell?
Oh, under 30,000? Under
Oh, no. Sorry.
under 20,000.
I mean to okay, sorry. No, let me be more specific. This is not going to boost sales for this whatsoever.
No, Nightcrawler is my second favorite X-Men. Fuck them forever for doing this.
So this is for no other reason than to vandalize Nightcrawler.
Yep.
This is who is in charge of your characters. This is in charge of putting the books out to the comic stores that they can't fucking sell. So your Donny Cateses and all your other fucking penises who are fucking trying to have a go at this guy, he's been given shit which is going to rot on his shelves. And they want to play fucking pious and change with the times. You are purposely vandalizing your industry, purposely setting fire to it, and none of you, not one of you, is a single fucking testicle to take any responsibility.
No, and I agree with a lot of people on Twitter's assessment is because he was Catholic, and they're just the low-hanging fruit. Now, I am not a Catholic. I am not a Christian, but I can certainly see that it's happening. Go do that with a Muslim character. Oh, they won't.
Yeah, turn a Muslim into a suicide bomber or something. See how that goes down.
Yeah, that's the whole point of it. Just consistency. So that's a form of bigotry, by the way. Well, that's it. Not a form. It is bigotry.
It is bigotry.
Yeah. I love as a young dad working 6 days a week who doesn't hang out with his friends too much anymore. That's a young dad thing. You find out who your friends are through this young dad phase, by the way. I love these live streams as it takes me back to hanging with the bros, passing around the blunt, and talking about nerd stuff. Thanks to you all. And that's from Collector Clout for 50 Canadian pesos. Hail. If they're your bros, they'll be around. But you got to spend time with that kid and the wife, and that's important. And your true bros will understand that, okay?
Family first.
Family first. Smoo the DJ has gifted 5 Nerdrotic memberships for $25. Smoo! What's up, buddy? Thanks, pal. Lover of Green for $20 says, Iger literally blamed Captain Marvel's 2 failures on the coof. He did. And the lack of executives, which even has every creative in Hollywood, some who work for him, going, what the fuck did you just fucking say? I love that David Ayer roasted him on Twitter. That was awesome. It's like, yeah, that's all we need is some middle management to tell us what to do in between every scene.
Yeah.
The coof
made the Marvels good.
It made the Marvels good. Yeah. That would have made the Marvels good. Do you agree, Mahler?
Bob Iger on set telling everybody where to go and what to do would have been great. You should have been
what
in the
if we
movie.
put
You should have been
another
Captain
cat?
Marvel.
They should have had executives. Well, the way he framed it, he follows it up, Mahler, with saying, and that affected all of our other stuff too, and Marvel has been most effective. So you just blamed every failure on the coof and the shortage of executives? I don't get that. I do. It's Bob Iger. He's a fucking liar. He's full of shit. I said that in the panel too, by the way. I said, we all know that Bob Iger's just full of shit. He's full of shit.
He was never going to say, we're really shit at making stuff.
Yep.
He was never going to say that. So get this, I guess.
You get this. And then Elon comes out and tells him to go fuck himself, which is, God,
beautiful.
Do you know how many times I've listened? I've listened to that like 20 times. It's so good.
This should be a clip.
Fuck yourself.
It should be a clip. Did I make myself clear? I hope so. Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
The coof has been over for most Americans since 2022. Mask mandate lifted February of 2022. It seems like years ago, but it's not that long ago. Year and a half, year, 8 months, 9 months now. I'll never forget. They lifted the mask mandate the week I moved to Texas and left California. Thankfully, I had a Jim who didn't give a shit. But Iger can't take the hint. Elon Musk said it best to these weirdos. Go fuck yourself. I agree. Danish bacon. Is Danish bacon good?
Yeah. Yes.
Never had it.
Delicious.
It sounds delicious. For 1,000 Danish krona. Hail.
Ooh. You get lots of bacon with that.
Take a
A lot
hike,
of
Bob.
bacon.
Merry Christy Mac, everyone. Looking good as always. Oh, looking good as always, X-Ray Girl.
Thank you.
Simp. Hi, Az Mahler. The best Christmas gift for me would be you making a full review of the Marvels, please. That would be really great if Mahler did that.
Listen, we got a couple things cooking, okay? Hopefully we can get you something for Christmas.
Ooh.
Marvel's got
Oh.
Marvel, sorry, Mahler. Mahler has things cooking that are really fucking cool. So you guys just wait. You're going to get some high quality Mahler stuff that will be far more artistic, creative, and entertaining than most everything from Woke Hollywood. No, everything from Woke
No,
Hollywood.
everything.
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 I sit corrected.
Yes. How dare you?
I might know what some of it is, and you will be very happy. You will be very happy. No pressure, Mahler. Lord Baratheon for $49.99. Thoughts on The Boys Season 4 trailer? Well, Mahler and I had a little chitty chat about the trailer itself. Don't care.
Don't care.
Don't care. There was a tweet the other day that Mahler pointed out to me when they announced the Mexican Boys. What was that tweet, Mahler? What did it say?
It was something along the lines of, wait, The Boys has become everything it was making fun of.
Yes. And then you told me, you want to say it?
Well, yeah, just it's kind of annoying hearing like talking points said now that had been said years ago. It's just everything's catching up, I guess. Which, you know, there's pros and cons to that in a lot of ways. It's just kind of annoying. It's like, hello,
Well,
we're playing this out for ages.
Phil Boyle's saying something about comic books that people have been saying for many years. Many, many years. Elon Musk told Bob Iger to do something we've been telling Bob Iger to do for many years.
And Glenn, you know, no disrespect to lovely Glenn in the comic shop.
Glenn, yeah.
Stuff we've been saying for years.
What's up?
We got a diversity in the back.
Oh, bring him
I'm
in.
wondering if he heard what we said.
He probably just wants to
Go fuck yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob.
Ha ha ha!
Yay!
Quarter Black
Oh my
Magic!
God!
Quarter Black Magic!
That was beautiful.
Thanks,
Quarter
buddy.
Black Magic.
He is magic. He edited that video so fast, and we were like, I was in a hotel room. I had a time limit. I felt like I had handcuffs on, and I'm going, and I watched that Bob Iger interview 3 times. It was infuriating.
I know we were just about to play video games together.
And I ruined it.
And then
That's twice
Good.
in a row. QBG's been taken away. Well, I mean, Az has been trying to steal all of the Nerdrotic.
I know, right?
on Sunday.
I take you on a Sunday night for a couple of 3 hours.
Like Sunday, it's not Sunday night here. It's
And
in the middle of the damn
you're
day.
doing all your streams, not like I'm
Well, I
making
couldn't-
money off your back.
Forbidden Frontier will return next week. That was just the con. Everything was my fault. But
This
yes,
week or next week?
This coming
What
Sunday.
week
This coming
is this?
Sunday or
This coming Sunday, whatever this coming Sunday is, coming all over Sunday. It's coming.
wow!
Like Bendis is coming.
I will be doing
Oh,
that.
Bendis is coming to fuck up your franchises.
Fuck up your franchise. Studio 22 podcast for $50.
By the way, it was nice meeting you.
Hey, gents and lady gent. It was great to see y'all at LA Comic-Con, and I even got to meet X-Ray Agoo. Your panels were classic, and it brought some amazing reality checks. Levity to the con. Danica is actually in our film, The Resort. She's the best. Much love. Love Danica. Comic Girl 19 is the real deal. She's cool people. She doesn't give a fuck what people say to her. She'll talk to who she wants to talk to, and she is very cool. She'll be back too. Be back too. She's working on her Akira thing. I can't wait to see what goes on. She just got back from Japan. She hung out in Japan for a little while. I know Az wants to go to Japan.
We all want to go to Japan.
You all have fun. You all have a good time over there.
You weebs.
Why don't you want to go to Japan?
I don't want to be in a plane for 17 hours.
Look, dude, if you're going to crash, you might as well crash 1 hour in, 17 hours in. Nobody, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
I don't know. If you go to Japan, I might go. Well, my wife's going to go, whether I go or not. So she'll be hanging out with you.
What I've been saying is we should go to Japan, and then you meet up with us afterwards when we go to Australia.
There's some pretty good megaliths in Japan that we could check out the Forbidden Frontier. There's like really, really old, crazy.
Oh, hell
ones.
yeah.
So, yeah, I might go.
Get us to 100K on Nerdrotic Live to do that.
Theory, is this Therio God of Rage? Did I get that
Yeah.
right? For $100. Hail! Much love to all of you, even though I often feel a bit broken. All of you help help me keep it pushing. I genuinely respect and appreciate all of you. Cheers. Right back at you. Even when we don't agree on something, even you as bet or no bet, keep inspiring and rage on. Well, that was the beauty of the panel and why we do these meetups. I haven't met a single person at a meetup who says, I agree with 100% of everything you say. Nobody's quite the opposite. They go, well, I agree with a lot of your stuff. That's good. That's fine. I don't want to be around. This isn't an echo chamber. This is a very, very eclectic group of nerds of all makes, shapes, and sizes. It would shock you. If our detractors, if they ever went outside, if they went to one of the panels and saw what kind, how many people were there and how they identified, and it's the entire range, because people love good stories. That's what brings people together. The message divides. Good stories bring people together. Apparently that triggered Reddit, by the way. Thanks, Clownfish TV, for making a great video. Geeky. Getting angry is one of my favorite things on the internet. Quite frankly, when she gets pissed off, it's fucking great. Subscribe to Clownfish. I didn't get to say, I really wanted to say Clownfish says hi to Kevin, and I didn't get that chance. Next time. Next time. Jack Burton for $19.99. Have you paid your dues, Jack? Check is in the mail. That comic guy is the man. Truly passionate dude. Been going to his store up here in the Northeast for years. Hell, hey, Jack, send him our best. We got his back.
Yeah.
Dude is the most personal type of store owner and loves his customers. And yeah, he's been doing it for 30 years. He has to. He's not getting rich. And he knows what the fuck he's talking about. He's doing it for 3 decades. Some fuckhead like Rich Johnston coming to talk, give shit. Or worse yet, Jamal Igle or Donnie talking shit when he's selling their stuff. Listen to the man. You don't have to pop off on Twitter. You don't have to have an opinion about everything. You fucks.
Yeah, they do. They got a virtue signal to the people who they are actually fucking scared of in their own industry.
Yeah, so please send him our
Because they're
best.
fucking ballless cunts, a lot of them.
And if I'm ever in that area, I will go to that store and I will drop money. I will drop money. But that's a store you can support. That's a real guy. That's a real human being. And this is what I talked about when I went off on COVID when Snowflake and Safe Space came out. Snowflake.
Snowflake sounds right.
Snowflake. Yeah. And I got so pissed off is because I was thinking about the retailers and how they were gonna have to sell this shit, right? And it's being pushed on them and how this was gonna affect them. And I don't know if any of you recall, I did like little fundraisers, it wasn't much, but I offered to help a couple of comic stores with their rent, right? And we were able to do that. And both of those comic stores are still around today. All right, which is good. And again, it was just a couple $1,000, but you guys threw in $1,000. I matched it, and I did that because I like comic stores. I like going to comic stores. It's one of my favorite things. Is I go to other parts of the world, and I go to a comic store. It's one of the first things I do. Butter Biscuit 92 on the Streamlabs side for $30. What's up, Butter Biscuit? Hey, Az. Don't call Gary a bigot in January when you can get your job back because the audience loved the British representation. That is finally on the show. Love your New Zealand, but the British representation is where it's at. That's true. Record FNT last week. I didn't want to bring it up in front of Az.
Yeah.
What? No, dude, that's a compliment to me. Because all you had to do to pop that was get Mauler and Disbrew, have Bob Iger get called out by Elon Musk and claim that I was dead on the stream, which some people thought I actually fucking was. And I've received emails from people who said they were in fucking tears, crying. And then they found out that I wasn't dead, and they want to know if I'm actually okay.
Okay. Did you notice how, undisturbed I was about Az's death? Come on, I'm sorry. I'm not. For one, that was a last-minute stroke of genius on my part. I don't usually pat myself in the back, but I will for that one. Getting Elon to call out Bob Iger. I called Elon directly because I used to work for him, So, no. We were joking about the Az is dead thing before the show. And we're like, let's run with it. Fuck it. People they'll figure it out. This is Friday Night Tights. We're not sorry.
We'll figure it out.
Judging by some of my feed and messages, some people didn't figure it out.
Gary's awfully insensitive to Az's death here.
It's
Very
okay, Az.
different.
I only get 9 words.
Yeah. I get one life.
But don't get me wrong. Anybody passed away on FNT, we're still doing a show.
Hey.
If I go, still do a show, okay? I would be pissed if you didn't.
Gary, if you go, we're going to fight to see who gets it on their channel. That's what we're going to do.
Oh, I want a cage match, too. I'm going to put that in my will.
Oh, my God. Mud wrestling.
Whoever wins the fight gets FNT. Diano for 5 British pounds, real quick, proper money, says, but Campia said the Marvels would do north of 900 million. Did he really say that?
Did he?
900 million?
I hunted, Rob. I hunted for Tobey Maguire's dick.
He means the
Woke.
John, did you never think that was just going to look like you're fucking jacking a guy off on your face?
Did he really say that?
I don't know. It's Campia. He could say anything.
I said 500-600 million. I feel absolutely fucking ridiculous for saying that.
Yeah. My first guess was 650, I think it was. My first guess.
I was never a fan of Doctor Who. I thought it was silly, but then I saw the clip of the end of the Day of the Doctor and I became hooked. I watched all the episodes classic and new. The 60th is a disgrace. Says anti-pattern 0 for $20. I could not agree more. I can't remember who it was. I give you credit. Somebody posted the 50th anniversary trailer, which is so fucking good. And that is such a good episode. It would have been so much better if the 9th Doctor was in it, but it was still a great, great episode. I watched it the other day to cleanse my palate. I fucking love it, especially when Tom, I'll never forget the moment at my comic shop. We were doing a watch party. And when Matt Smith goes, I could be the curator of this place. And Tom Baker goes,
yeah,
I think you might. And everybody went,
you might.
And they went nuts. They went fucking nuts.
Ooh.
Yep.
So I take it Rose is coming back. Rose Tyler's coming back. I take it.
I think she would be coming back.
The names of the episodes.
Yeah. Do you think that this Doctor's Metacrisis?
I thought it was. Yes, I thought this was the Metacrisis Doctor. and Rose is going to come back to claim him, get him. I don't know.
You said you were going out for cigarettes.
Well, no, right. We've already seen the clip of Ncuti Gatwa going, what the hell is going on?
Yes.
So the regeneration wasn't a regeneration. What it was the Meta-Crisis Doctor switching places with Ncuti. So Ncuti Gatwa is actually the Doctor right now, but he's in Rose's universe.
That's because we've thought that when we saw it, because when he says what the hell's going on right now, it's the same background of Jodie's regeneration.
Regeneration, yeah. And because the first episode was called Rose Again. This was Wild Blue Yonder, which is a type of rose. And then the next one's called something Rose. So it's all linked to Rose Tyler, not to
I wouldn't be surprised.
Remember
when anniversary specials like had other doctors in them, you know?
Yeah. Probably nobody wanted to be part of this shit anymore. Capaldi didn't.
Capaldi didn't. And Matt Smith, why would he need to do it?
No.
Oh, that House of the Dragon trailer.
Yeah.
Mahler.
Yeah, that looks great.
Mahler.
Oh, good.
I'm ready.
I'm so excited.
So yeah, I think it's the Meta-Crisis Doctor.
Okay.
Hence, that's also how they're gonna maybe explain the aging as well.
Shouldn't he? If he was the Meta-Crisis Doctor, shouldn't he know that?
He should. He should, unless like something happened. I don't know. House of Dragon trailer was fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
But it all links to the Dr. Donna. That's why her daughter, her son's called Rose, and other such things as well.
Mahler, I think Ryan talked about it. Watch fucking House of the Dragon season 1. Just watch it, okay? Just don't be.
Motherfucker watched the best scene, but wouldn't watch the season.
I didn't watch the best scene. I just saw a clip of the scene.
Watch it
on Twitter.
I
didn't watch the scene. I saw a clip of the scene.
But it wasn't the whole scene. It was just a clip of part of that scene.
I want to do a House of the Dragon pre-stream at some point. So
pre-cum.
Yeah.
Ew.
But that trailer was I really enjoyed it. I'm like, oh shit! They show a lot of stuff in it. That first episode. Oh,
I'm gonna say the N word.
Okay.
Do it.
Nice.
Nice. Natasha Romanoff.
Okay.
Ing the Merciless.
I was going to say Nerdrotic. John Thomas for $20 says, Gary, I read The Haunted Tank as a kid. 57. Apparently, in the late runs, it moves to the Gulf War and the Tabak commander was black. No issue from that for me. But wow, saw a cover of the new guy with General Lee, February 09. The Haunted Tank, man. I don't know much about. I know it exists. I've read a couple, but don't know much about it. Cool concept though.
Remember Let's Kill Hitler?
I remember Let's Kill Hitler. I remember that pissed a lot of people off.
Did it?
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
We've seen what people want. They want to see Indiana Jones save Hitler, not kill him.
Yeah, obviously.
Doctor Who fucked it up.
A lot of people at the time were complaining about season 5 and 6. Chat, back me up on this one. I was there. There was a lot of people going, it's a little convoluted, and like certainly Stephen Moffat left there was a lot of red herrings in his writing, but I still love those first 2 seasons, man. I love them. I like Let's Kill Hitler.
I think it's just a kind of like, when you look back at Game of Thrones, right? It's like 8 was the worst, right? It's like, yes, but before that 7 was the worst, and before that 6 was the worst, and before that 5 was the worst. Like it gets, you know what I mean? Like the scale changes. Yeah, like it. But then you look back once 8 is out, and you're like, there's some episodes I really liked in season 6 and 5 even.
5 has Hardhome.
It does. Hardhome's awesome.
I fucking love that episode. That's in my top 3. Hardhome is fucking brilliant.
I'm just saying, whenever I think of season 5, I think of the fucking sand snakes.
You mean Hardhome, where they set up the ultimate confrontation between
the
Night King and Arya? Yeah.
Fuck off!
When the Night King stared down Arya Stark,
yes.
It was great.
Yes.
But dude, they act like that was That was like a frightening episode. That's like the first time they took on the Army of the Dead, and it was
great.
fucking
Just got annihilated.
awesome. And they got
Bodies
annihilated.
just piling against the wall,
And the little kid and the kid zombies.
Oh yeah.
eat the girl. Yeah.
Yep.
I wanted to see that against King's Landing. I
Yep.
wanted to see Zombie Army against.
That's
King's
what I
Landing.
thought it was going to be. I thought they were going to fucking walk all over Winterfell.
Winterfell should have been lost.
It was. I thought it was going to be like an absolutely colossal defeat, and they were almost immediately falling back. And the episode was going to be probably a group of them having to sacrifice themselves to let the others get away.
And then
That's what I thought
everyone
it was gonna
joins up
be.
and fights them.
Well, that's
And
what's
then
gonna...
they go to King's Landing and managed to at least convince Cersei, if not before, maybe get jailed by her or whatever. But there would be a time where then the army would appear and she'd be like, "Oh shit, they ain't fucking kidding."
Yeah, I would have also settled for they thought they were going to target Winterfell, and they sent like a small amount, but the actual target was King's Landing.
King's
that would have
Landing.
been cool too.
The
That would have been
throne.
good.
Ooh,
Because-
And then
that would've been
Cersei has
good.
to escape with everyone they have left, and they have to go to Winterfell, and they have to
To
ally.
Winterfell,
See,
yeah,
that-
yeah.
in the book, that would make sense because then there would be the Children of the Forest connection who might be bad. It's not like
Yes.
their
Well, it
weapon.
looked like they
it's
were,
not like
yeah.
their weapon went bad. They're still bad, and I think it was definitely going to go like it goes. It takes over, gets to King's Landing, whoever's left, and then they're defeated, and then Cersei and Dany fight, and we get that ending. That ending's there. It's just we get there by a completely different road. Completely different road.
Which is part of, again, why I think he's struggling with writing it.
Yep.
On top of all the other reasons, like he's like, fuck, everyone hated the show.
Uh-huh.
And the show was based on my notes.
But it, like, he shouldn't have changed it because, like, whatever. He's not fucking finishing. We're gonna go through 4 presidential. Is it 4? So we had Obama's second term, Trump, Biden. Yeah, we're gonna go through 4 presidential elections between books.
Take your time there, George.
Yeah, don't worry. The Real Davy Jones, 2 parts for $20, says, "Who peers into the hearts of men and the undergarments of women? The Peeping Tom, our hero, is under siege by the dreaded mass of conflicted impulses. A villainous trio seeks to milk his very life force for their own nefarious purposes. Can Tom resist the seductive charms of the vexatious? What is it? Vivacious Vixen and the Silicon Sisters."
Oh my god!
That was well done. Well done. Good Peeping Tom. Brendan Wolf for $50. Says, "Gary, so what are you saying? So what you're saying is that you are going to run Rippa World." I don't think Eric wants me to run anything over there. I love Eric to death, and he knows me enough that I can't run my own fucking life. So I'm not gonna run his business. But I will support him like completely.
I think you could do QC, quality control.
Sure.
Look over the books.
Yeah, but don't put me in charge of people. I don't want to be in charge. I've got a great team. There's 5 people on it. They're all self-motivators. That's why they work. I'm not a micromanager. I'm not going to look over the shoulder. They go days without hearing from me. Days.
Yeah.
We work
That's
in
only because you forgot.
that, and I mean, yes, but we work in spurts. So we work really hard on a video, or we do a live stream, and we're burning the midnight oil. We work all night, and then I won't bother them for like 4 or 5 days, and it works. It works. Just ask anybody who's worked for me at the comic store. I'm like, go back and board some stuff. That
I
was
met one.
You did. You did.
Yeah,
you
he's
met.
really cool.
You met one of my employees who's doing really well right now. Super proud of him. Yeah. That one voodoo guy for $50 says you should check out Louisiana Comic Con in Lafayette. Well, Lafayette's a lot closer than it used to be for me. I'll have a booth in spring 24. The last con we were there, the only booth in our area to sell more than the previous comics because we do original art and nothing with pre-existing IPs. Ooh, I love original art. I can't afford it anymore. I'm glad I jumped on that train before it went nuts. And I was buying like Paul Smith art and like full like Avengers comic pages for like 60, $70 bucks. Yeah, it's like,
oh wow.
Yeah, this was like 20 years ago when it just started. So what would happen is the pencilers would give their stuff to the inkers. And what you do is you go to the inkers and they sell their pages. And it was like, average of $40 to $50, $60. And I've got pages that are worth thousands now that I bought for $40. I got a Steve Ditko Micronauts page for $40. $40.
Right, this isn't cocaine.
Yes, it is.
This might be cocaine.
Cocaine.
Dude, we both have got a couple of art pieces worth thousands for fucking nothing, man.
Dude, Kelly Jones and Graham Nolan sent us stuff that like we're not worthy.
We're
not worthy. They are framed. They are beautiful. Thanks to those guys. Please support them, by the way.
Oh, did the artwork get reframed so it was right side up?
Yes. Yeah, the framing place was totally cool.
Nice.
People, for the most part, are pretty fucking cool in Texas. It's a totally different vibe than California. But I will say with confidence that once again, I go out there, I talk to Chris and other people reach out to Chris and me. There's a lot of people who want things to change in Hollywood, and there are still some very good people there. They are drowned out because they need to pay their rent, they need to pay their mortgage, and the industry is so completely fucked. But unfortunately, the same answer for the comic book industry is the same answer for most, if not all, the companies, except for maybe like A24 or something like that in Hollywood right now, which is they need to be completely twittered, completely gutted. Top to bottom to top.
Yeah.
Gutted.
Yeah.
They all bent the knee to the extortion racket known as BLM, identity politics, DEI, because they were scared of being called racist. It was all risk avertisement, and in a lot of cases, they are racist. They are.
Yeah,
look at lowered expectations.
Disney's big investors, BlackRock, Vanguard, companies which have been pushing the ESG agenda.
So now all of these agendas they've been pushing have been hurt. Rightly so.
Yeah.
But they've been hurt. Because they started demanding things. You got to change with the times. Diversity is a term for less white.
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to bring people together by dividing them. But corporations are just dumb enough to do it. Bob Iger is a good deal maker. Bob Iger talked George Lucas out of Star Wars. Problem is, Bob Iger didn't know what to fucking do with it because he was too fucking stupid. He's a good deal maker, but now we're seeing not really that great of a businessman, because a businessman can preserve his legacy, keep things going, and cultivate. Deal makers just make deals and then go on to the next fucking deal. But a true good deal maker will see it through. Sorry, go on, Az.
Speaking. No, you finish your thought first.
Oh, that was it. We're good.
Okay. Speaking of deals, Ripper versus Alpha Core is only $1,500 away from 1.1 million.
Hail Eric.
Ripperverse.com. If you haven't got yourself a copy, they are shipping. They have started to ship. And the campaign doesn't finish until the 20th of January.
What does that say?
It says Spider-Man and his friend Miles Morales.
Based Hallmark. My wife got me this, and I saw this.
I'm like, begging you to post that take a picture.
I already did it. Okay. I'll do it again. I found at the con. I found more Miles Morales stuff. So I've got my weekly Miles Morales post.
I saw a tweet. Well, I saw a response to a tweet which I thought was really, really kind of correct. Where somebody, somebody who was doing the whole Miles Morales is fucking Spider-Man and go fuck yourself type of thing. And the person responded to it by saying, I really haven't ever seen so many insecure people than Miles Morales fans.
I know.
I was like, that's really right.
So insecure. Well, because
It's
the whole question about it is none of us has said he wasn't a Spider-Man. We've never said
Just
that.
says he's Miles
So why do you
Morales.
need Miles Morales to replace Peter Parker? That's the question. That is the question.
And you know, loads of people told, I've said it before, but loads of people keep saying Miles is his own character, his own story, his own this, his own that. Okay,
Not really.
Then why doesn't he have his own identity then?
Yeah.
Why does he need to co-opt another hero's identity?
Well,
he should be something else.
Who's the bad guy? Prowler. Gwen Stacy. These are all Spider-Man.
Yeah,
characters.
he's Rogues Gallery's
It's all
Spidey.
derivative. I would have given him a different name and a whole new Rogues Gallery of villains. Put him in a different fucking city, like they did with Dick Grayson. You know, put him in a different fucking city.
Yeah.
And that way he could become a legit character. Having two Spider-Man is fucking lazy and dumb. And they also came out and said, well, we wanted to give a Spider-Man to Black and Latino representation. Like you're giving hand-me-downs. like you're giving fucking hand-me-downs. Eric's done a couple of great videos discussing this. It's triggered a lot of insecure white dudes. Josh Kelsey for $19.99.
Yay!
That's all he did is he dropped it and he left. Chad. Should be Chad Kelsey. Hofi RC51 for $20 says, rewinding a bit to where you guys were talking about Bucky being Captain America. Why does nobody talk about the Frank Castle Punisher being Cap? Then he gives up the costume to Bucky. Because, you know, Frank Castle was never going to be it very long. Remember their interaction in Civil War, which I thought was great. Where Punisher has like, I got nothing but respect for you. And Steve Rogers like, I got no respect for you.
What?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I get that. That makes sense.
Makes sense.
Funny.
That makes all the
What did Punisher say to that?
Not much. You know, Mark Millar wrote it too. No Zaku Boy for $50. Who sees into the hearts of men and the undergarments of women, peeping Tom. Holy night. It's shaping up to be a red Christmas when it's not just the prices being slashed. Can the male presenting Tom survive the sleigh ride of Jackie / Frost? Male presenting Tom. Good God.
Something male presenting Time Lord would never understand. Shut up, you stupid twat.
Hail, Exode Ghoul. Scheduled
if women
the stream.
can let go of power, then my God, carry on.
But maybe the intro wasn't scheduled. Fire the intro, says Kaloth for $5. No, what happens is when you're setting up a stream on YouTube, you have two options. You have go live and schedule a live stream. This one, she picked go live. Now she still scheduled it, but she's picked the go live one, not the schedule live stream one. Because when
when you hit start streaming on OBS, it automatically goes live.
Yep. Instead of hitting the one, because on a scheduled live stream, you hit start on OBS and then you have to hit another button within YouTube.
Another go live button on YouTube, yeah.
I have been hanging out with Gary for too long, and the boomerism has literally been absorbed.
She found a way to blame you, Gary.
Yeah.
Well, she has been hanging out with my wife over the weekend, so. Right. All right, no.
Oh,
No.
could
There
be
we
that
go.
too.
I got to get used to my. God, you know, I've only been home for 2 days in the last 3 weeks. I'm going to pass out.
All this kebab.
You know what? It's my fault. It is. My boomerisms are contagious.
Mhm.
Contagious. Keith Musselman for $4.99 says, "Hey, I wanted to give a little to spread the joy ahead of my birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday!"
Happy birthday.
Also, waiting to hear back from my new job. Wish me luck. As has risen. Good luck.
How can you tell?
Oh my god. You got a camera down there?
The answer is no.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time.
Yeah, you and Gavin have a lot in common.
Hello.
Dirt is King for $5 says, "R.I.P. Az. Sorry to hear you died on FNT like Jesus. Az has returned after he died, so put your hot toys out for Santa Az this year. Merry Asmus."
Wow.
I'm sorry, Dirt is King, for laughing through that. Oh my god.
Unbelievable.
I can't believe you saw it,
Do you
Gary.
want me to whip it out? Do you want me to whip it out?
Did you have to really squint to see it?
No, I my progressives, I couldn't see shit, you know. He was pretending to be Donnie Cates, and he gets on a table.
Well, yeah,
He's all, "Here's my Donnie
out and then
Cates."
got thrown out. You know?
Here's my Donnie Cates impression. Yes, sir. I'm sorry for 2 British pounds. Says, "Nice Snorlax, X-Ray girl."
Oh, thank you. He's a bee.
He's huge.
Dread Red Baron for $5 says, "R.I.P. As you will be missed. Turns out there is a limit to how much bad you can watch." This is true. Japanese Demon Lord Abir Lucifer for $5 says, "I promised Az's demise. I am sadly disappointed. I was promised Az's demise. I am sadly disappointed." Well, he'll die again before next Friday. X-Ray Girl finally met her dad, Alan Ing the Merciless, and stepbrother, Philip Chen. Project Egg Roll. So proud of her. Smooth. Yeah.
I love saying that.
Phil is a cool dude.
He is.
Alan's a cool dude.
He went to get ciggies again.
Yep. And he's not coming back. He's not coming back. All right, we're going to wrap it up there. We'll get the rest on a square up once I get some sleep, which will be soon. I'm actually supposed to be on Australian TV, but I got a few hours. I'm going to be on Australian
nap
TV.
in.
I'm going to get a little nap in to talk about Doctor Who.
Oh.
Ooh.
Talk about Doctor Who. Alexandra Marshall. Follow her on Twitter. So, yeah, that's what I'll be doing. Az, what do you got coming up?
Tomorrow, Rip and the Silverback on my channel, 7:30 UK time, 1:30 Central time. Thursday, stuff going on. Friday, fuck Friday Night Tight.
Wow. Man,
You would.
When you come back, it's going to be awkward when you come back. You're all, "Fuck these guys." I'll be like, "Hey, how's it going?" Well,
You can fire me. I don't mind.
Oh, no. I want you to go through all of that shame. It'll be great.
Shame.
Oh, yeah, so I forgot. There's no shame to your game. And there's no shame to mine either.
Yes. We have no shame.
We have no shame here.
So, yeah, stuff and things.
That's good.
Sunday, maybe Sunday fun day. I don't
Who's
know.
stuffing?
Well, no, I'm going to give Garrett work right before your live stream. Just to fuck with you.
Business as usual.
Business as usual. No, Real BBC will be on your channel.
Oh,
next week.
and later today, I will have my Doctor Who video out from Wild Blue Yonder.
Good, because you will not be getting one from me. So watch Az's. You should watch it anyway. But I would look forward to it. Hurry up and get it done, fucker. Entertain me.
Well, fucking finish this show and I will.
Okay.
Then I can take this off, put the T-shirt that I was wearing when I was making the video back on.
Oh, dude, I know that drill. I know that drill. Sometimes Melissa will take my shirt. I'm like, I need to pull that out of the laundry. That's my recording shirt.
Continuity in video making.
Yeah, it's usually now it's just a rotation of Ripaverse shirts.
Yes.
You should have a basket called streaming shirts and just leave it there.
Brandon emailed me, messaged me like, did you mean to order 3 of these shirts? And I'm like, yes.
Yes.
It's so helpful with the continuity in case you need to put on another one and the other's in the wash.
This is true. That's a good idea.
Mm.
I have this. Well, I don't-
Can we add some shirts in Gary's order?
no, I don't want any special treatment. I want to buy all my stuff. I am.
I don't want
shilling-
any special treatment.
I am shilling for Eric on my own dime.
You'll buy them, but just with your order of like
There you go.
6 things.
Mahler, what do you got coming?
Bundles of things.
I thought I realized I should have mentioned it. And I probably should have just anyway. But when I was streaming, I explained this. Something really, really funny happened, and I made like weird noises, and people were like, "Well, what the fuck?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can't laugh properly because I can't even totally speak properly." I coughed very effortfully while lying down. I don't know if you guys have ever done that wrong, but where you like your lung goes bleh, and then it like stretches.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've done that twice in my whole life. I did it like yesterday, and my lungs today have been annoying. To say the least. Legit in the stream when goofy shit like people trying to kill me and fall off a platform or whatever happened, I was like, no, please, no.
Don't. I can't laugh.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is why I've been more preferably quiet as well. I should have said at the beginning of the fucking show. I don't know why I did, but yeah. So next week hopefully I'll be fucking back to normal. And me and Gary and people should be getting up to something possibly in the next few days that we can then talk about on Friday Night Tights.
Yeah.
The next episode.
You're gonna love
so
it.
I think people will be very happy to hear about what this little project is.
I think you'll like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it too.
I like it. And thanks for inviting me, Mahler. I appreciate it.
Oh, I couldn't do it without you.
Thanks for not inviting Az.
I definitely did not invite him, and he definitely didn't deny the invitation. That's not what happened. It was fine. It's fine.
That is not the full story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
The full story was I was already committed to a stream, and then that's when that stream finished to do what we were gonna do, which I'm not gonna say because I'm still would have taken me through to like 4 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
There's that 4 in the morning again.
Whatever. I don't care. I'm quitting everything. I'm quitting everything.
People. Oh, I missed that.
Yes.
I haven't heard that sound in so long. You can find me Extra Girl, YouTube, Rumble, Locals, everywhere. Tonight we're gonna have Lee the Capable Gentleman on Dadcast, 6 p.m. Eastern. So find that over there on Poor Choices. And yeah, that's it.
Isn't he related to somebody?
I forgot who. I forgot his name.
I forgot his name too. Yeah. Some drunk guy. Somebody like that. Yeah. Gets shout outs all the time.
Oh, the one that's with that Gina, right?
Yeah, the guy who like
Gina's friend.
Gina's friend, yeah. I can't it's not important. Thanks everyone for showing up. Thanks to the Nerdrotics. Thanks to everyone who left a super chat donation. You help keep the lights on around here. Keep an eye on the community section for the Square Up time. And it'll be on Nerdrotic Live, but and it'll be at night.
I remember now. It's Yellow Flash.
Yellow Flash. Thank you. That's it. Yellow Flash. And we'll see you next time on Az's channel. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks for supporting us. It was great seeing everybody in LA and Wisconsin. And we've got all of us here have a lot of fun stuff planned this month. Some gaming streams, a Christmas stream. So keep an eye out for it. Okay. Mm-hmm. And we will see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
God damn, Gary. some serious gourmet. What flavor is this? That's right, it's the all-hell medium roast private blend. Check out the Geek Grind Coffee Nerdrotic page for our other options like the Decadent, Feathers of Liberty, vanilla-infused flavored coffee. Or if you're looking for something darker, try the Dark Roast FNT blend of the Fellowship. You know what? Just buy all three. GeekGrindCoffee.com. Use discount code Nerdrotic.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.